One Piece. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Sound Stream. We have so much news. It's like a huge news week, which it wasn't like 3 days ago, and then it just like blew up. So we're like, thanks to Boonboomger mostly. So we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff today. So we're gonna keep intro time short, so that way we can make sure to get through everything that we had to talk about, because there's so much, from Sonic to Transformers to Boonboomger to yes, the Kamen Rider leak, to yes, there's an Ultraman still that I didn't think the internet went crazy enough for. So on that note, in our wonderful voice chat, we have Ryan Darkclaw643.
The 2000s are back.
The 2000s
are back.
The 2000s are back, and they came straight from my wallet. We also have Fighter Cows. What's up, Jerry?
Forward, down, forward, 2.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about Tekken 8 so far is when people just post the move list.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Forward, neutral, down, forward, 2.
Yeah. So on that note, let's run down who is in our text chat so far.
Welcome, Zeltrex, Hellfire, Cameron Metter, Soulman, Master Ben, Fire Fury, Kaiju 1954, Spin Dash, Silver Brick, Jeremy Carr, Muteki, Toma, Don Walkman, Sifta Crow, and Fire Fury.
Welcome, everybody.
And Small Dream.
Small Dream.
Master Ben asked you shave.
Yes, I did. That's why it's all kind of red. I did it like 20 minutes ago.
Welcome, Sutaro Ghost Kaiju from Krypton.
Happy Omega Prime is getting new figures, wasn't so expensive. Yeah, we'll talk about everything. We'll talk about everything
Welcome,
with Omega Prime.
LVH, Astronaut, Dustin. We're going to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh animation from Tokyo Dome event that basically broke the internet.
It's not. Yu-Gi-Oh just didn't make the cut.
You saw that?
I saw it. It looked great, and then I was like, I don't have anything to say about this.
I saw that just yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of the things where it's like it's so funny. I think about Yu-Gi-Oh, like Yu-Gi-Oh, is like the only series where it's like all the monsters and characters has. I don't think there's any lore for them compared to Digimon or Pokemon.
Yeah, nice. It was just really cool to see like high quality animation of Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. I was pretty excited. I watched it and I was like, that's great. I have nothing to talk about it though, because it's just cool.
It's not even just the monsters, but it's like kind of like the in-universe monsters. Like it's not just people playing the card. No, it's like the actual monsters in their in-universe canon.
Oh, Spin Dash says the Yu-Gi-Oh game collection's confirmed for USA. That's great, because that's what I was hoping for.
Which is I think the collection has like a lot of the old handheld games. I remember right.
Yeah, old handhelds, including some that have never been released outside Japan.
Yeah, Fire Fury. Yeah, Konami has now their new own animation studio, which I'm not surprised.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not surprised because I remember a while ago when like Suji one day fully absorbed 4K media to be just their like voice acting voice productions thing, where they did say they want to make like original animation of Bomberman or Castlevania and such. So I'm not surprised.
Welcome, Will. Welcome, Psycho O's. Let's see. Spin Dash says we got an enhanced version of 6, but never 4. Thomas says, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Much appreciated hitting the like button. It helps the stream get out to more people.
Smith Crow, I don't think it has the PS1 game because I think it's specifically the collections, like the games are.
So because it's like the Game Boys games.
Yeah, because specifically the games that actually use the card game rules. Cause I know some of the games during the 2000s don't follow the card game rules; they use their own rules.
Yeah. I'm going to make the little window here better so I can see the chat better, because I cannot read. There we go. So yeah, no, the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff's exciting. I'm glad they're actually doing something with that franchise that isn't just the normal formula.
Master Ben, Sam, how's your wallet? Feeling doesn't need CPR?
Let's just say my wallet's in worse shape than the merry-go at the end of Water 7.
Oh, yeah, what's your One Piece and Doctor Who recap?
Okay, current One Piece status. I have finished Water 7. I'm now in the little arc where Garp shows up and beats up Luffy. And I was like, wait, this happened in season 1 of the live action.
yeah. I know that's the device.
Hey, Slobo.
I know that's some of the devices change that Netflix did that they don't like. They introduce Garp right away, but like I
don't mind it. It made because that early arc has no B plot potential. So, like, why not just make Garp the B plot? It works. I like, the more I've read the manga, the more I'm like, the live action made some really interesting changes. Mr. Cool Guy Awesome says I'm all caught up. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm on volume 45 now.
So what about your Doctor Who?
Small Dreams at Enos Lobby. Enos Lobby was like heartbreaking. I loved it. Doctor Who wise, last night watched Left Turn. So there's only 2 episodes left for
that episode,
series 4 of David Tennant's for series 4 of the modern Doctor Who. And then I know there's some specials before Matt Smith shows up. But
Left Turn, that's an incredible episode.
Left Turn was amazing. That was
what do you think of series 4 so far?
I think series 4 has been my favorite so far. Like series wise, I think it's my favorite so far.
I mean, just having Donna.
Donna is the best, and I thought Martha was great, and so like Donna and Martha hanging out for a couple episodes was nice. I really like that.
You enjoy Silence in the Library?
So the library, oh god, the whole River Song thing was just amazing. Spin Dash like, don't know how you can stop watching that after that cliffhanger of the turn left. It's because it was 1 a.m. and I was like, I cannot stay awake for 2 more episodes because I know the last 2 are a 2-parter. So like, I gotta hold it off. Welcome to Toyota Tacoma.
What do you think of the what episode? The episode where the Doctor's on the train.
Oh yeah, that was weird. That was a weird one. I love
that episode. Yeah. It's like a great horror. It's a great like horror episode.
Oh yeah. I'm glad to help you out, Zeltrax. If I'm able to help you with stuff, I'm glad to do it.
Hooray! Hooray for healthy bedtime.
Yeah. So but yeah, no, Doctor Who's great.
I say that much with the bedtime.
Let's see. Small Dream says, haven't watched live action. How'd they handle the cover stories? They basically do the Kobe and Helmeppo Train Under Garp one as like just the B plot for season 1, which I think was kind of smart. Spin Dash, yeah, that's a good point. Spin Dash says Midnight was basically a Twilight Zone episode. Totally was, yeah. There's a lot of news this week, but yeah, I've been enjoying Doctor Who. So we're almost done with Tennant's run, and then Karen Gillan's showing up, and Matt Smith will also be there.
Speaking of PSA, people, Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur Season 2A is now on Disney Plus right now.
There's 14 episodes. I've only watched 3 of them because they dropped 14 at once. But I'm gonna watch.
I know. Okay, I thought they were gonna do. Once the episode airs on Disney Channel, they're gonna
air nope. They were like, here's 14, and then we're gonna air them on Disney Channel weekly. And I'm like, all right.
I hope it does well. But no, I watched all 14, and it was fantastic. I love the show so much.
Yeah. So
it made me really care for Monocle. Actually, made me like Monocle Man as a villain.
Oh yeah, it's the first. It's just like how they made the Beyond, like the yassification of the Beyonder in Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur was the greatest thing to ever happen to that character, and the Edward James Olmosing of Molecule Man, is probably the best thing to ever happen to that character. I just I really like it. The thing is, the show's great, and you should check it out if you haven't, because I think it's great. But Mural Z, yes, we will be talking about the League. Everyone's talking about the League. I think it's time to just like
get to the news.
Smith the Crow says, ever think about how Britney Spears' Toxic was used on Doctor Who's 9th Doctor run? Yeah, I mean, Spice Up Your Life was used in the 14th, and that was anytime they do those like needle drops and they fit the scene, it's great. Disney's handling Doctor Who distribution starting with the 60th anniversary specials onward. And currently, like in the US, everything else is on Max, and then anything that's classic era is on Tubi. Okay, so let's see. Will says Comic Molecule Man is funny because he's a bozo who lets the world be mind controlled by the Beyonder as he watches Hogan's Heroes with his wife. Yeah. Meanwhile, Molecule Man and Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is terrifying.
Yep.
Okay, so news time. The Kamen Rider Gotchard Blu-ray leaked. Oops. This is every.
Funny that it's Geats, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. So we got a lot of things to talk about here. First of all, why do we know this is legit? Because it's the same website that leaked Ryuki and Kuga and 01. This has happened multiple times. Like almost everything, every Blu-ray for Kamen Rider from Shout has leaked, dating back. It does say vendor Universal. That's because, as far as I know, I'm not going to pull up sources on this because there's this thing I know. I can't find the source on it. Universal distributes for Shout Factory in Canada because Deals R Us, which is where the listing is posted, is Canadian. That's why this is in Canadian dollars. $103 is a little bit more than the other shows. But let's see if this is resulting in... Is it going to be just the show or movies? We have no idea because there's no details.
Well, that's the thing. Is that in Canadian or
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is that in
even
USD?
It's in Canadian, and even in Canadian, that's higher than the other sets.
So what is that in USD?
So with that price, that's either Toei's charging more, so they have to make the money back by charging.
Oh, yeah, that's like $75 US, golly.
Yeah, that's why it's a little bit more. Or they included the movies and they had to bump the price.
Yeah, if that's the case, I think I'm fine with that price because it's understandable. It's like because everybody thinks it was gonna be double, but like
I have a theory. I know nothing, okay? Because like I know nothing, but when we got the Blu-ray for 01, we got Kuga on streaming at about the same time. And so then later on, they put Kuga on Blu-ray, and then later put 01 on streaming. But when they were announced together. 01 disc, Kuga streaming, and then they flipped places later. So that could be happening here. We could be getting an announcement of like, oh, Double will be streaming on Tokusatsu, and Geats is coming to Blu-ray. I don't know if that's what's happening. I just know that there's a listing for a Geats Blu-ray. So.
But yeah, like he was funny because people joke about the purple and green to give Psycho and Joker, but like my brain's like, what was Tycoon and Buffa?
Tycoon and Buffa, yeah. Yeah, so it would be nice, yeah, because like Spendash says, series, Revice Geats movie, 4 Aces movie, that should be minimum. Punk Jack and Shinobi specials are trickier because they were on streaming services in Japan, so I think there's some ownership.
Yeah.
For those streaming services.
But I'm not surprised how because when 01 was announced that was how many years after, was that a year after?
They announced 01. Saber was still on when they announced 01. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that this, the Geats is happening. The other thing we know is that Toei pushed for 01 to be released on disc. So,
they were pushing. I think it also helps that Geats, I think from what I've seen, Geats are 01 are probably the most popular of. Ray. My brain wasn't using Ultraman terms, but Ray writers. Ray, because so I'm not surprised they're finding out written by the same writer. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, and they're popular. They sold a lot of merchandise, and with Geats, we've gotten all the figure arts on P Bandai, so this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of nice, as I think you said, it's finally get a writer show they could legally get, and the toys,
and it's a recent one. I'm like, that's very recent, wow.
Yeah.
It
happened with 01. 01 was also very recent. Like 01 came out during Saber, so yeah.
Is it just easier nowadays?
If Toei's willing, because apparently the thing was that Shout was like, we want to do Kamen Rider, and Toei's like 01, release 01, put out 01. They
want to use their popular. They want to use their popular show, popular recent shows. Like I understand. Like it's not like, again, remember, these are not like a licensee for the franchise like Ultraman, Milky.
Yep, it's all. Totally... And also, anybody that's wondering, we'll never see the Hyper Battle videos released over here because they only get released with the magazine. They don't even get re-released later. So like they're owned by the magazine basically.
I imagine, honestly, I'm not surprised if those like resale value for those things are stupid expensive if you were like Japanese aftermarket collector for those.
Yeah, and that's why you never see like the Hyper Battle video exclusive gimmick items in the memorial stuff or the CSMs.
What was in the Decade one? Did they have to put like Kamen Rider instead of Televikun, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's how Televikun is. The thing is that they're skipping over seasons, but if Toei's the one saying release Geats, then they're gonna release Geats because Toei's pushing for it, and Toei will make the deal happen. I have got inside information onto how much the cost is on some of these shows that Toei puts out there. It's insane money. So anything that's going to get a discount on the licensor side, they're going to take it. And if Geats is going to be discounted because Toei's willing to push it, then there we go. And again, it is an easy sell because we've had the merchandise here.
It also helps that they're skipping seasons, but it's not like this is they're all standalone. You don't need to watch. Yeah,
that's right, Spin Dash. It does say Televikun on the CSM card, but it says Kamen Rider instead of Attack Rider, vice versa. Yeah, it was something like that. It was like a different type of card, but it still said Televikun. but it couldn't be the exact as it was. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys got any further thoughts on the Geats thing?
I mean,
Besides
it's
this?
nice because I dropped Geeks not like out because I dislike it, but I just couldn't keep up with it. So it's nice to like get it officially and just go back and rewatch it.
Hopefully, it's the actual Blu-ray video, not broadcast video like with 01.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, I really enjoyed Geats, so I'm glad it's coming out. I mean, it's my favorite Reiwa, but that's not saying much at the moment.
That's not saying
much. So Jamie's World says if 01 and Geats getting released, why not Saber and Revice? Saber and Revice didn't do well in Japan, so Toei does not see them as successful, and that's why they're not going to release them. They're not going to push for it.
Mm-hmm. They want to use some money printers.
Also, there is that Kamen Rider 1971 4K release, but we're never going to get that over here. It's going to cost way too much because it's already too expensive in Japan. If there is a chance that Shout is going to take the 4K video version, put their subtitles on it, then put that on Blu-ray, so it's an upgrade from the 1080p. But I don't think they're going to put out 4K Blu-rays because it's too expensive. It's too niche.
How common are 4K Blu-rays in Japan?
How expensive are they?
I don't know how common, like, because
they're not very common, but for some reason, like Ultraman and Kamen Rider are getting like 4K Blu-rays. Spin Dash pointed out it's $1,600 to import 4K Kamen Rider 1971. 4K discs are expensive to produce. You don't see them for TV shows. Kino Lorber didn't put Columbo on 4K, even though they had 4K transfers, because they said that's just an insanely expensive amount of money. And that's Columbo, not random 1970s show that 4 out of 5 people on the street never heard of.
Yeah, also, like, unless you're Disney, pretty much you can't really do that. Or in Paramount.
Yeah, but again, those are short shows, right?
Yeah.
Any of the shows we have on 4K, they're like 6 to 10 episode seasons, not 98 episodes in 2 movies.
I want someone to do the math. How much would like a 4K remastered Dragon Ball cost, for example?
I would never want them to try because they'd screw it up so badly that it'd be a giant waste of time, and that money could go to feeding the poor or something.
I know, but it's one of how much would that cost to remaster Dragon Ball and Z together?
It'd be nice, but I don't think it ever happened. But anyways, what is it? The 14th is the announcement date, right?
Blu-ray release of it. Yeah.
Yeah, 14th is the announcement date for Kamen Rider, so we should find out then. I don't want us to get into Dragon Ball discourse because, like, holy cow, that's a whole podcast.
That could be a whole video on its own.
I love Will. They will make the filter puke green this time.
Yeah, why not? And this one's still green. Anyways, I think that's all we got on the Geats thing for now. Everything else is just speculation, but we will be talking about this more.
Wait. I love small dreams. We should use that term anytime there's any drama for this discussion. Discourse.
Discourse. I like that. I want to write that down. I'm going to put this. Just going to change the category title to Discourse. All right.
In real time. All right.
All right. So on that front, it does say here pre-order date March 12th. So maybe that's also something, but that could just be a placeholder. So we'll find out.
When 01 was announced, was that pre-order same day?
Yep.
Or
on Shout Store it was same day. On Amazon it was like a couple days later. It's kind of how they went usually. Are they going to do a poster again? I want to complete my poster collection.
Yeah, but you say that, but you're going to get the same shipping accident from Ryuki.
Probably, but I want my damn poster.
I want damn poster shattered.
Do you see any wall space for these posters? No, but I still want the poster.
Oh man, I got a poster. Too bad my Blu-ray case in 10 million pieces.
Yep. I will just I'll make them replace it. In other Shout Factory related licensing news, it is confirmed now, which we kind of suspected, that Digimon Adventures 02 The Beginning will be home video license has been picked up by Shout Studios. So they are going to have the US and Canada release, including physical home video and digital sell-through rights for Blu-ray, DVD, digital purchasing. It will release it sometime later in 2024 with no details at the moment. And a home video release will use the English dub that Toei produced for the theatrical run. That's all the news for now, but it's coming.
Any updates on the international screenings of? Because I haven't heard anything about like the other country, like UK and such, getting the film.
I have no idea because I haven't heard anything. It may just never have happened.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And the thing is that with this movie, it's just a confirmation it's coming. We don't know when. We don't even know when the Japanese Blu-ray's coming. They said summer. Like, I don't know what is up with the slow rollout, but yeah. So it's at least we got confirmation it's coming.
Well, especially because everybody asked Discotek, "Hey, do you have the license?" And they said no.
Yep, and then now we got confirmation that Shout got the license, which is expected. They've had all the stuff since Try. So, let's see. Small Dream says, "I wonder what the logistics are for the type of this release that's coming out before the Japanese Blu-ray." That happened with Kizuna. The Kizuna Blu-ray came out here before it came out in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, that was just. I think it was like a weird COVID thing, but that's what happened.
And there's no legal issue with that because that's totally allowed in the do it. So it's not like there's any like, oh man, you released that early, get rid of your license. Scenario,
Yeah, it wasn't anything like that. They were just like, yeah, put it up. Because the dub was originally going to be in theaters, and then the dub got delayed because of COVID. So then the dub debuted on the Blu-ray because the theater screening never happened. In other Shout Factory related licensing news, Shout TV now has 4 Toku series that you've never heard of before. Just kidding, I've heard of these. But it is Ninja Scope, Watari the Ninja Boy, Dragon Showdown, and Prince of Space, plus some other, like, there's some other Showa, like, martial arts, action films here. And it's just like, boom, these are now on Shout TV and Tubi. So have at it.
I'm glad Golden Bat's there. I love Golden Bat.
That's a great show. Or great. Is it a movie? I just said show.
It's really old.
My film entertainment brain kicked in and started using the word show for everything. Anyways, it's on the new films this month page as well. They got like Golgo 13 movies on here. They've just added a lot of stuff. So if you're looking for stuff, they license some stuff. Who knows if we'll get any Blu-rays of any of that, but at least it's here. So that's pretty awesome.
So while you're looking at Tokusatsu, and then you're looking at all the Ultraman, Kamen Rider Sentai, you see these random bozos, and then that weird Aquabat show.
Watch Golden Bat, also known as Golden Ninja for some reason.
The Garo prequel.
Yes. Next up,
why do you bring that up?
I willed a Blu-ray into existence. I started watching Doom Patrol Season 4 last week on the 30th. And then a day later, they're like, here's the Blu-ray. So we are getting Doom Patrol, the complete series, and the complete 4th season on April 9th from Warner Brothers, which will be the way to get these.
Are these Warner Archive or regular Warner Brothers?
They're regular Warner Brothers.
Oh, that's nice. So. I'm definitely going to get the complete series set then.
Yep. I'm going to get the Season 4 because I have the first 3. So
now, are you going to wield My Adventure Superman Blu-ray?
I watched all of it and nothing happened, so I tried. Yeah, I waited till Season 4 was all aired, and then I waited a couple months after, and then I started it, and the next day this popped up. Yeah, I'm trying to debate right now if I'm just going to keep watching it on Max with ads, or if I'm just going to wait till April and finish the season on the Blu-ray.
How much can you stand ads?
The ads are pretty disruptive because it's a streaming show, so there's no natural breaks. Anyways, that's that. We got a new still from Ultraman Rising, the upcoming CG film. It has been described as the thirstiest Ultraman image. I feel like the internet did not blow up about this as it should have. Like, what happened to the internet?
He's giving me that Miguel vibe from Across the Spider-Verse, and I love it.
The Miguel figure arts head is basically just that.
Yeah, he looks more like Kate than Miguel in the movie. Yeah.
Honestly, this looks like the figure arts Miguel head for Across the Spider-Verse, and maybe they mixed it up, and that's why it looked like that. But anyways, yeah, for whatever reason, he's sitting in an ice bath, drinking a drink that has his face on it because he's a world famous.
Would you do that?
Yeah,
drink your own drink.
If I had a drink with my face on it, I'd be drinking that all the time. What are you talking?
All right.
He looks. I love you, Ricola. He looks depressed, and like I love you making like this is before the Kaiju baby.
I think he's.
Yeah.
I think he's just like tired
because he's I don't know when in this movie, but he's supposed to be like a famous baseball player. This could be before he's Ultraman, and he's just like, my famous life.
After a game, yeah.
Yeah, this is before becoming Ultra and becoming a fodder.
Exactly. I think it's probably like it's after a game, and he's just all beat up, and he's just like, well, at least I have my drink that looks like me.
Usually that's what they do. They in those ice baths stuff.
Yeah,
and
he's got bruises and stuff on him, so yeah.
I usually Netflix hasn't given like a window time release. It's just 2024.
Yeah, I thought they did.
Yeah, it's just 2024.
I was surprised. Like, if the idea was this movie's gonna come out alongside the Bandai America toy line, I won't be surprised to be summer.
I know when this movie's coming out. I'm gonna predict it. I'm gonna predict it right now. Everybody get your clips ready. All right, you ready to clip this? This movie's coming out July 10th, 2024. Because that's Ultraman Day.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they're gonna save it for Ultraman Day. Just clip it here. This is my prediction. I could be wrong. It could come out next week, but like it's not coming out next week. But you know what I mean.
I know.
July 10th, 2024. I think that's when the movie's coming out.
Yeah, because I remember Trigger aired on Ultraman Day, but not every Ultra show airs on Ultraman Day. It's only Pacific Day.
Netflix loves to tie things into dates, so I would not be surprised if this comes out on Ultraman Day. Mm-hmm. So that's my prediction. Movie looks great. This is, by the way, for context, this is the Ultraman host himself. Mm-hmm. July 10th is a Wednesday, according to Small Dream, and that makes sense that they just drop it on a Wednesday, because Netflix is weird like that lately.
Jamie's World, this is it's not really Ultraman origin story, because it's Ultraman Rising is not man, it's just a new Ultra, but they're just calling him Ultraman.
Yeah, but it is an origin story, because it's, it's a new guy. Yeah, Small Dream says every recent Ultra show is aired on Ultraman Week, if not Ultraman Day.
Jamie World, both. It will be both dub and sub.
Yep. Welcome, Infinite. And yeah, so I don't know how to clip on YouTube, Muteki. Somebody knows how to do it, because people send me clips. They're like, look, I clipped your stream. I'm like, that's cool. I don't know how you did it, but that's cool. All right, you guys ready for the casting news that broke the internet?
Yep.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 added 6 new cast members, and, one of them's Kristen Ritter, who played Jessica Jones, which makes me very excited. And then there's these other lovely people, but everyone hyper-focused on this blonde child that's probably getting shot on screen December 20th, 2024.
Yep. Everybody's like, that girl's got to ride to the end.
Everyone's like, that's got to be Maria, right? Like, she fits perfectly. Anyways, great new cast members. They're all very talented. But I like how the internet was having this thing of Sonic fans going, oh, they're killing the girl on screen, right? And then everyone else going, what?
Yeah.
You think Christian Ritter's going to be voicing Rouge if she's going to be in this movie?
I think there's a high chance that she's playing Rouge, because that does seem like a role that would fit her well. Someone suggested Topaz, and I'm kind of into that too.
Because of X-Love, yeah.
No one has suggested Kristen Ritter is playing Topaz and Rouge.
Both.
Because she'd be great as both, so just have her play both. So we'll see what happens with Shadow. I don't think any of these people are Shadow. They're gonna save that announcement like they saved Idris' Knuckles.
I mean, speaking of Shadow, are you? I'm pretty sure we're not talking about the game stuff, but are you eating well, the Shadow fan, with all the announcements?
Yeah, as a Shadow fan who grew up in peak Shadow era, yeah, I'm enjoying all the Shadow related news. But also being a Knuckles fan that grew up in peak Knuckles, I'm sad that Knuckles' birthday got usurped by Sonic movie news.
Yeah, I got love. All Shadow take the spotlight for Knuckles on his birthday. Yeah.
And it's funny too, because I thought they'd drop a Knuckles trailer for the Knuckles birthday, but they're like, we're gonna do movie. I don't know when the Knuckles show is coming. I don't know what happened.
Do you saw that Super Bowl ad where Sir Patrick Stewart froze Hey Arnold?
The Hey Arnold.
Let's just say me and Wheels saw that ad, and that gave us life for the entire my goodness.
I love people like, Knuckles can climb the wall. Why can he?
That's the first thing I thought of. But
Peacemaker, I agree with you. What if they give Maria less violent but worse death, like getting ejected into space, keep the rating low? I don't think she's getting shot on screen, but I'm pretty sure she's dying in some weird way. She can't live.
Yeah, speaking of that Super Bowl, I think because it's Paramount, I thought Patrick Stewart was playing Picard, but I'm pretty sure he's just being himself.
No, he was just playing Patrick Stewart. He wasn't even Picard. He was just Patrick Stewart.
That's what I would ask. Would Picard throw a child to get over a big wall like that?
Yeah. If you haven't seen the episode where Picard's stuck in a turbo lift with 3 children he's mentoring, it's great episode. But he's also like, I would believe Picard would punt kick a child. Ben Odinson says, as long as they give me jazz music and Rouge appears, we're good. Yeah, we need some jazz music. We'll talk about music in a moment. That whole ad was great. If you haven't seen the Paramount Plus Super Bowl ad,
had
you need
me
to see it.
howling, dude.
Same. Especially when Knuckles was like, throw the child.
Oh, the child.
Yeah, he was the first one to say it.
Next Mesh Jeep, and then there's like we go skin the pig.
Mm.
Peppa Pig was basically pulling a Ralph. I'm in danger.
Danger.
Yep. Mr. Toku, we did talk about the Kamen Rider leak for the Geats Blu-ray, so that was a little bit earlier in the stream. Also, Mr. Nuki is betting the Olive Garden commander is the one who shot Maria. That would be great. What a great way to...
Is he's gonna be the one shoot Maria, or he's the gun commander from Shadow? One of the two.
Either or. I'm happy. I just want Olive Garden to be involved.
I love how people think that's a product placement, but
it's not. They just wrote it into the script because they thought it'd be funny, and then it just became a thing.
Yeah.
What was the other thing with Maria's probably gonna die, right? And they didn't announce her as Maria, but like if she's not playing Maria, who is she playing?
Yeah.
Right. It's funny because people were posting the Sonic X scene of Maria getting shot and it cutting to the gun soldier years later. And it's so much more horrifying in the 4Kids dub.
Yeah, because it's like
you don't see or hear the gunshot. It's just like it just hard cuts to his face.
Yeah, no, that's one of the really good edits 4Kids.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of really stupid edits they made in X, but that's like one of the really good ones where it applies the same same thing.
It's I think it's even more intense, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, not hearing the gunshot I think adds more because you just know what happened in the scenario.
I'll let you put in the details. Yeah, they should all go to Olive Garden at the end, just like the post credit scene,
just like
the shawarma scene from Avengers, but they're just Olive Garden.
Yeah.
All right, continuing the news. Here is the logo for the movie. This is the official logo. It's got these little 2 things going on because it's literally just the Sonic Adventure 2 logo.
Yeah, it's the SA2 logo.
Yeah,
love it.
No doubt. Now, this was the big... Now, the thing is, some people did not quite comprehend the scale of this announcement and why it got its own separate Variety article. Jim Carrey's back.
And because this man...
Kaus, do you know why this is a huge deal?
I didn't think he'd come back. I know that's one.
Exactly, because guess what Jim Carrey doesn't do?
Prequel, especially prequels.
He's only done like 2 sequels, right? It was Ace Ventura and Dumber and Dumber, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's never done a role a third time. And the thing was, he said he was retiring from acting unless someone handed him a script written in gold ink.
From Angels.
I guess they did.
Yep.
Big guess. I'm not the only one that said this. There's a possibility that it's not just because he wanted to be a different character each time, essentially. Like he had, kind of the mellow Robotnik. Then he went kind of full Eggman. He probably is going to get like roly-poly Eggman. But is he also going to play Gerald Robotnik? Because that would be
yeah, that'd be great.
That would be him flexing his acting chops, and that's how you get him to sign for a third movie. So, we'll see.
But I really hope he gets the fat suit.
Some people are like, "Of course he's back." I'm like, "No, that was never a guarantee."
Exactly. Not with him.
That's why the ending of Sonic 2 was so vague. Vague. It's one of those wrote just in case they couldn't get Jim back for the third movie. So I think it's a clever way how they did it in the ending of movie 2, where you just see him fall, but not the aftermath.
Yeah, exactly. We did get confirmed that James Marsden, Tika Sumpter, Ben Schwartz, Colleen Shaughnessy, Idris Elba, they're all back. Like the whole cast is back. So no doubt. I don't know if the sister's back because I like her weird subplots, but I also could go with not having her too.
You know what I want them to do? If they bring her back?
Stone is confirmed to come back. I can't remember the actor's name, and I feel bad. But
you know what I want? If they, if they bring back the sister, I want them. If they're gonna have Rouge, it's not gonna happen because I doubt it. But I want Omega to be in the movie. And I want them to do some kind of gag of her and him and Omega teaming up to kill every Eggman robot or something like that.
That'd be great. Because the thing is that I know people. I think the sister was like the worst character in the first movie because she was just obnoxious. But then the second movie, they gave her that great like fake wedding plot. I don't know. I
Mm.
really like that. I know some people were just like, get back to the animals. I'm like, but look at the cinematography of this golf cart. But
Exploding in the cake and fire.
I love that kind of stuff. So that's me. But if she's not back because they want to give some space to like Shadow, Maria, Robotnik stuff. Lee Majub. That's his name. Thank you. I was trying
to say Majub.
I think
from Dragon Ball.
I just rolled the dice on pronunciation. I could be wrong.
Oh, okay.
He was in Assassin's Creed Mirage recently as the lead character. He was great.
Mm-hmm.
Great actor. But anyways, and then to wrap this up, the little teaser video that showed the logo had what sounded like Live and Learn, and then
like Orkshay remix, of it.
And then Crush 40's lead singer, Johnny Gioli, was like, "Oh, look at that! That sounds familiar." And then somebody just like straight up asked him, and they were like, "Hey, are you in the third movie?" Yes, true. Hugs. All right, thank you. Keeps it straight to the point. There will be Crush 40 music in this movie in some way, which is great.
Nice.
So I'm so excited. Sonic 3 was already like one of my most anticipated movies of the year. It's like my top now. Like this is like nothing this year is topping my excitement for Sonic 3. Furiosa and Dune Part 2 are like right there with them, but like this is way up there.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I can't think of any other movie coming this year I'm excited for besides Sonic 3.
Yeah, it's like...
I had to wait the end of the month for it. The end of the year for it.
End of the year, December 20th, yeah. Because it's Sonic, then it's Dune, then it's Fury... No, is it Furiosa, then Dune? Anyways, Furiosa and Dune are like 2 and 3. Deadpool's under that, because I think that'll be good, but like, it's just Deadpool.
They confirmed they wrap filming for that.
Yes. I'm excited for Deadpool, for like all the stuff they're doing there. But my excitement for Sonic 3 is just like over the moon, and then there's like Dune and Furiosa right below it. Mm-hmm. I'm very excited for those two. Dune's coming out March 1st. Furiosa's coming out in May. I love those. I love the trailers for those movies. I'm so excited. I saw the Lego Dune set. I was tempted to buy it, but then it was really expensive.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, but I saw the giant like Baron Harkonnen minifigure that's like this tall. And he's just got like the full like
figures?
trail. McFarland, they already put the figures out for McFarland. Infinite asks if I'm excited about Sonic Shadow Generations. I'm excited because Shadow. I'm not excited because modern Sega Sonic game. In the last few years, ever since Mania, the only game I've actually liked start to finish was Frontiers. Every other game just falls apart for me halfway in.
Who was it you were talking about it with? Because I'm
Superstars. I was talking to Alex about it last week.
I mean, that was done by different. That's done by RZs and not.
But then you showed the final boss fight, and we were like, oh.
I finished my replay of Sonic Adventure that I was working on for like 2 years, because every time I get to Big the Cat, I just give up all hope in humanity.
I know that.
I found a neat trick with Big the Cat, though. I cleared his stage in like 10 minutes.
Do you know you could just instantly catch the frog?
Yes, I did. This time I was like, I'm not messing around. I just looked up the Froggy locations and just went hook, done, and I moved on to the Gamma levels that I love. I love the Gamma levels.
Gamma I love too.
Yeah, but for a long time, people did not know you could just instantly catch Froggy in Sonic Adventure 1.
And then I had the most frustrating thing. My DualShock 3 started drifting while I was trying to do the fight against Perfect Chaos.
Oh yeah.
And then I just picked up another DualShock that I don't use as much, and then just finished it in one go. It was beautiful.
I need a DualShock 3. I have a PS3, but no controller.
Dang. Yeah, there's a way to get... I think there's a way to use DualShock 4s on PS3.
There is, but they have to be wired. And you can't... Last time I checked, you couldn't push the PS button on them, so how do you quit the game?
Just seeing them bring Black Doom for Shadow...
I'm excited for Sonic Generations HD featuring Shadow's Fury. It's funny. It looks like the same thing as they did with Super Mario 3D World with Bowser's Fury. It's like, here's the remake. Oh, hey, but here's this new thing.
Same way with the Kirby Return Game on Deluxe. Yeah, just remake with new thing.
Exactly.
I'm excited.
So the thing was, I'm excited about like new Shadow stuff, and I'm excited that Sonic Team's doing the remaster as opposed to the way Sonic Colors Ultimate turned out. But like, Sonic Colors Ultimate wasn't great. Or I didn't like Origins. I didn't like Superstars. I'm a little burned out. Like I'm gonna wait till Sonic and Shadow comes out, and then I hear people's reviews, and then decide what price point I'm buying it on. Like I'm gonna get it. It's just a matter of when and for how much.
Meanwhile, my like Sonic loving heart just goes instant buy.
Yeah. I was in instant buy mode for a while, but I was just like after Superstars, I'm like, I can't do it anymore. Just like Superstars, I didn't even finish. I just can't keep doing this.
Sonic Dream Team's great if you pay for the Apple.
I'm not paying Apple anything.
You can do a free trial.
I might do a free trial then.
It's worth it. Sonic Dream Team is incredible.
Yeah,
it's
Infinite. I've been checking for Mephiles. I missed him because I'm not on the East Coast
he
time.
was in stock. Yeah, he was in stock for like a femtosec on Amazon. I got him.
Yep, I'm gonna double check right now just to make sure in case he's up for some reason. We're just gonna go check. I might do live ordering here. I just want to double check. Been trying. I got my classic Knuckles, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I've got he's currently unavailable. Let's see, let's check Metal Sonic 3. Also unavailable. I need to pay like eBay prices and just get Infinite at this point. I'm not finding them in stores. I've given up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to find it. Yeah, I was so Sonic brained, I bought Colors on Switch and PlayStation. I bought Mania on Switch and PlayStation. But then I was gonna buy, and then I bought Frontiers only on PlayStation, and I was gonna get Origins on both, but then I got Origins on PlayStation, did not like it, and then just didn't do that. And then yeah, I need to try Dream Team. Like I guess gotta free trial that and just play it in a one go. It's weird that my favorite Sonic game recently was the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, and that was literally a free game.
I love that game. I mean, that game's good. I mean, I legitimately like adore Frontiers, and so like I
love Frontiers, and I hate the free DLC thing. That was stupid.
They did fix it. They did patch it to make it easier.
Even if they made it easier, my motivation to go back is just so low because I feel like it had potential, but it definitely felt like, oh yeah, now you can play as the extra characters. Like there was no intention to that design. It was just like that's a thing people want. We should do it.
I mean, it's free. That's what I like.
It is free. I like that it's free. If I had paid money for it, I would ask for a refund, like legitimately. But yeah, it was good stuff. Let's see. Mr. Chugi says since they're still tapping Ian Flynn as the game writer, you think they'll get IDW characters in game outside the mobile ones? Maybe.
I hope. I mean, Tango is meant in Frontier, so there's a chance I would adore if IDW characters get into the games so much.
Yep.
Give me a Surge rival boss battle.
Yeah.
Please. That character almost made Sonic's heart stop. Read IDW comics, people. It's
IDW comics are great. Them. I have realized that, like in general, as a Sonic fan, I prefer the outside game media to the game media. That's just in a whole. Like I like the TV shows and the comics more than I do the games in general.
There's nothing wrong with that because there's a lot of Sonic fans that love the stories and characters but don't really play much of the games. There's nothing wrong.
I think the problem is that like again, it's that same problem of like so many of the games are just fine. Like so many Sonic games are just they're good. They're not remarkable. They're not mind-blowing, but they're good. And then a bunch of them kind of suck, and then a bunch of them are like, mediocre. But like there's only like a few Sonic games that are just like, these are amazing, Or
it could be like me. I'm like, I just like things I like.
I mean, I like them. That's the thing is, I say this, like, I've played like every Sonic game. Like, I like them all. It's just like the more I look back at it, the more I'm just like, man, so many of these games are just okay.
Well, for me, I'm like, it's kind of a personal thing, but I stopped really just trying to treat every game as like the best thing ever or rain score. I just like what I like.
Yeah, no, we did Kaiju. We did me and Darklaw ranked all the Sonic games. Was that 2 years ago now?
Yeah, 2 years ago. That was before Frontiers.
That was before Frontiers, but like even then, like I think Frontiers is like a top tier Sonic game. And it's also like we did rank them off of Sonic games, not games in general. I don't know. I'm just like I'm a little burned out, but I'm excited for Sonic and Shadow Generations for the Shadow part of it because I don't really need to play Generations again. I will, but I don't have to.
It's like I'll play it.
Yeah, it's like I'll play. It's like I did Super Mario 3D World. I was like, I love that game, but I don't need to play it again. And then I just like blew through it in like 2 days.
I mean, that's that's me with Mario games where I'm like, that's fine. Like, it really shows how much what franchise I care so much for versus I like Mario.
I definitely care way more about Sonic than Mario.
Yeah, I like Mario. I do. But like, I don't care for it as much. So, is anyone like a good? Like,
you won't see
game?
me. You won't see me play every Mario game, but I will play every Sonic game at some point.
Yeah, same. Mm-hmm.
I've never played Sonic 06 though. It's the only one I haven't touched.
If you're gonna play this, well, you don't have a game. Well, you do have a PC, so you can't play the Project 06 fan remake. So,
Sonic Shuffle's not horrible. What is Muteki on about? Sonic 3D Blast is rough, but like that was just at the time.
All right, shall we get to the next topic?
All right, let's get into Omega Prime. So in case you didn't notice, the internet bitched about this like they always do. I would play MJ Klein. I would play Sonic Heroes. That soundtrack is so good. I don't even care if the game sucks. I like Sonic Heroes a lot. Hey, welcome, Crossy Hossy. How's it going? Omega Prime. I backed this live on Jerry's stream last week.
Yep.
So, yes.
And then we had explained Omega Prime to our other co-hosts, and
yes,
he was
we
like,
did.
"Oh," and I'm like, "Yes, he's cool."
This made me
yes, this is Fire Convoy, God Magnus, and Godfire Convoy.
Fire Convoy.
This is.
Like one of my
the chat
favorites.
is moving so quickly right now. Happy birthday, Crossy Hossy. Congratulations on reaching 21. It's all downhill from here. I just say that because I'm 28, and I'm just like, yeah, 21's peak. All right, anyways. So, we've got... I keep pointing in the wrong direction. So, we got the brand new Transformers Haslab. Now, we speculated on this a little bit last week. I was hoping it wasn't Omega Prime because I did not really want to pay for a Haslab right now. Still don't. I still said YOLO and hit the button and ordered it.
You did.
Yeah, Jerry remembers. I said on the stream, too. I was like, if anyone asks me why I did it without fully committing the money to it yet, YOLO.
I have a paying job that pays me weekly, so I can afford this.
I have whatever ad revenue comes from this channel. So,
also, people remind you to like the stream. You like it.
Like the stream. Help me afford the thing I already bought. So the thing is that. That's a good point. Small Dream says, most interesting thing about this HasLab is that they're more than ever, they're treating this as if it's a 2.0 of the original toy instead of just another toy for the character. That is a great way to put it. So let's talk about what is in this $250 US Omega Prime, which just opened in Japan. It's open in Australia and New Zealand. And it is at 7,241 backers out of its 10,000 backer goal. And there's still 38 days to go. So I'm pretty sure this is going to fund. So yeah, basically for those who don't know, HasLab, the way it works is you back it. And then on the end goal, which they put the date and time like right here, at that time is when they'll charge your account. So if you can back out if you back it and then decide and then realize, or decide later you can't afford it, like you can still cancel. They don't lock you in permanently. Like you can cancel the backing.
It will only fund. It will only take the money out of your account if it funds.
Yeah. So if it hasn't made the goal either, they won't charge you. So you put it in, and then they charge you at the end of it. Also, yes, thank you, Toma. If you guys join as a channel member, it not only helps me purchase my Omega Prime for videos purposes. I will be doing a video on this, of course. I say if it comes out, it's likely gonna fund. At the time it comes out, I will be doing a video on it. But if you guys want to help support the channel, there's channel memberships in the join button down below. And if you join as a channel member on the stream, you get a shout out. So,
if this, when this funds and you get it, you should recreate the original commercial. Oh, Tremendous! I need your help! Oh, wait, right there!
So, yeah, I love the original toy commercial, but there's two problems with that. First of all, one kid already has the arm and leg pieces from Ultra Magnus. So, the whole illusion of two kids saying, we're going to combine, and they're, running down the stairs transforming the toy. The Optimus kid already has an Ultra Magnus, and he's just prepping it ahead of time.
Or magically teleports, too.
Either or. And then they meet on the opposite side of the fence, and boy, if I was in that white of a state, I probably would have a neighborhood I could recreate that in. But I am not. So, there's no white picket fences around here. We could try to do something. Tanuki, Mr. Tanuki, good point about taxes, but I won't discuss taxes on the live streams. But yeah, doing taxes as a YouTuber, it's tricky.
Tell
So hard.
I should be the only one
supporting Soundout. Yes, appreciate you, Thelma. Anyways, so I guess we should get into like the details because we got so much. I need to like take this over shirt. It got really warm in here all of a sudden. It's like 72. I'm gonna disappear.
I love that commercial. Like they're like the kids clearly reading like a Marvel Comics Transformer comic, even though it's supposed to be RID. What page is missing?
All right. I love the Beast Machines commercials where there's like kids challenging each other in the high school.
Like,
they're in the school cafeteria and it's like, I can transform Night Scream faster than you. Like,
yeah, like it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh matches come down, but no, it's to transform.
Bring back weird Transformers commercials, please, Hasbro. Okay, so for the $250 price point, Omega Prime consists of 3 robots. This was a shock. We've got Optimus Prime plus a Supermotor Fire Convoy, Ultra Magnus or God Magnus, and then Blue Bolts. Blue Bolts is a deluxe class Transformer that they basically looked at Ultra Magnus's gun and said, that's big enough to be a little dude, so he's just a little dude.
I kind of love that.
I love it.
I don't know.
I love it when they do new things with these toys and not just, let's just recreate the old one.
Yeah, like one thing I love about like Super Robot Combinations is like saying the I love the Thunder Megas or Ninja Storm. I love like little dudes that like help combine the rest of the mechs together. Like I'm getting mini Zord vibes. I'm getting like mini Zord
vibes, totally. So here we go. So we got Optimus Prime. Here's his base mode. He of course has the fire truck mode. They kept the Japanese text on it. Great details. It's very animation accurate.
Yeah, they actually adjusted the proportions of the original toys. So
and the heights.
Look like,
we will do. There is some comparison photos that the original toys look at in a little bit. But we do have like the little base station thing and all that, which is really great. Then we have Ultra Magnus here. His car carrier mode is big enough to hold 3 deluxes, which is good. So that way you can put, Sideburn, X-Brawn, and Prowl in there, assuming we get all 3 of them. We know we're getting Sideburn. I hope we get all of them. I love this show. And then we've got Blue Bolts, who is literally just Ultra Magnus's gun turned into a little dude, which is like.
Am I the only one to see like a weird face in the chest? Yeah, in the translucent layer.
I kind of see a weird face in there too.
I do. It's like Zordon is screaming inside.
It's like the gun accidentally got turned alive.
Yeah.
It's funny. Master Ben says they should have got Neil Kaplan to do the reveal. Neil Kaplan just like recorded his own narration for the video, which is
he's not sponsored, by the way. He backed it also.
Yeah, he just like I saw Neil Kaplan like a week and a half ago, and then I just saw him like trending on Twitter with all of his posts, and I was like, yeah, that's Neil Kaplan. Anyways, they kept the handshake. The handshake that the designer was so proud of that ended up in the animation. Now, here's the thing. People are like, why is this $250? The previous ones were $180, whatever. Guys, I don't think you all comprehend exactly how big these are. Optimus, to the top of his little ladder thing, is 12.25 inches tall.
These are
or 31.12 centimeters. Magnus is 11.5 or 29.21 centimeters. And Blue Bolts is like your good old like 5.75 inch.
You're practically getting 2 commander classes with 1 deluxe.
Right.
Pack.
And on top of that, it's not just 2 commander classes, it's 2 Jetfire-sized commander classes.
Yep, they're big.
Because the thing that is that like the Jetfire is the biggest commander, like height-wise, for normal robots. Because even when we've gotten like Minosaur and we've gotten like Armada Prime, they're a little bit smaller than Jetfire was. But these guys are like Jetfire size, and there's 2 of them. And so if you go from Jetfire was like $80 back in 2018.
Well, Commanders are now 90 now.
Commanders are 90. So you got to bump them to like 100, right? And then the deluxe is 25, and then the $25 on top of that is probably for the sword, the stands we'll talk about in a moment, all the extra paint detail. And this is a thing because people like complain about this, and I don't ever hardly notice. there is no hollowness on any of these. They are solid, like locked in. There's no gaps.
Yeah, I'll say,
and that does add to the price. If these were at retail, they would not. They would have gaps.
I think it was Mark Designer who said it on Instagram, where if they did these retail, there will be one per year, and like they will be missing a lot of paint and such like that.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing: if they did these at retail, what if, for say, Optimus comes out, he does poorly. Why would Hasbro want them to make Magnus?
Actually,
also,
it even goes before that. Before you even offer it to retailers, who is buying RID Ultra Magnus on his own?
Yeah, because I'll say this also as upgrades of toys, because Optimus looks great. Magnus needs it the most, because as someone who has the toy right here in front of me, Magnus is a horrible toy. He is a bad toy on his own.
You only buy Magnus to combine with Prime, and if he's released a year after Prime and Prime's not available anymore, that is a very hard sell of a toy.
Shelf warmer.
Yes, and then that kind of kills the whole experience.
Yeah, it has to be a Haslab, because if you want the full experience of Omega Prime, you need the two together.
Basically, could they have done them at retail? Yes. Are they better as a Haslab? Yes. Is the timing and price unfortunate? Absolutely. It's just how it goes, And so, adding to this, if they reach 13,000 backers, we will be getting the full-size Matrix Blade, which is the first time I think this is the first time Hasbro's ever made this sword. Because this is like the Fortress Maximus sword redone with a different handle, but I don't think Hasbro's ever done Fort Max's sword.
No, I think it's a new mold. Also, I don't think it's just reusing the same.
Yeah, it's a new mold for sure. But that's a 23.5-inch thing, and then if we get to 16,000, we will get 2 display bases that combine into a little space bridge.
Which is also it's supposed to be the space bridge from the show. Yeah.
Yep. And so the thing is they did hint that, maybe because there's always been 3 tiers on Transformers, maybe they will reveal a 3rd one if this goes well. But
Skybite with armor.
Yeah. Just for context, of course, Prime has like the shoulder cannon mode still. Like everything the original does.
What if the third tier is a color anime accurate Scourge repaint?
I hope if the third tier is another figure, I want it to be a Skybite body that can wear the Optimus armor.
Yep.
Because the Optimus armor doesn't do anything in the combination.
Yeah, but also again, as someone who owns the toy, they're great toys on their own, but they're dated. Yep. They're very. I have it right here, and Omega Prime, he looks great, but he's very clunky to handle. The electronics really weigh him down and such, and his proportions are so whack. So as much as I love the toy, he is of the era scenario.
Yeah. Daniel Falconer says, I wish blast effects were included. There should be default Commanders, Titans, and Haslabs. I feel like they probably were at some point and maybe got costed out because of blue bolts being added. I wish they just sell packs of blast effects, to be honest.
They did, but
they did once. But I'm saying without having to buy a deluxe toy, you can just buy a pack of there's these action figure stands that sell in Pulse. Why don't they sell blast effects?
Transformers blue effects. Because I think they're
human characters would be a cool little bonus thing too.
Well, there's a little PVC eye or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it is because I think the reason why is I think Hasbro's kind of moving away from the blast effects piece because there were the big thing with Siege, with the whole blue little zits on the figures that have little blue effects on them. And
nowadays they only fit in gun barrels.
Yeah, because I think Legacy year 1 had some of it, but then by Evolution it's gone. They were gone. United none have it, so I'm not too surprised. Honestly, they don't have the blue effects, so they're kind of moving away from them.
I hardly ever use them, so it's personally not a big deal for me. But I do think that Master Memory is a good point. It can cause toys to degrade, because a lot of these guns are painted, and then it's the paint will rub off onto the blast effects too. So, okay, so let's see. Small Dream says shout out to Core Energon Megatron having inexplicable bounce of blast effect ports. I think the biggest, and Danny mentions why hyping up the 5mm ports. I haven't seen them hype them up anymore. I feel like it's just a universal system at this point, but it's not.
Yeah, that's what they even said that on. They even said that on stream. It's just a universal system at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy because I know some people are like, oh,
now the price. Now here's the thing. No springs, no electronics. People pointed these out as negatives. I certainly see that as positives because the springs are busted on our original RID Prime. I mean, I've had them since I was 6, so it's
I
understandable.
despise missile launchers now because I dropped my original blue bolt on the floor. The missiles fire. I found one. The other one I'm convinced disintegrated because I can't find it. Just same with my Prime.
I haven't seen the missiles for either of them in years.
Yeah, I started to hate missiles now. So, and electronics were fun. It does sacrifice a lot of the toys engineering to have a power brick in them. So, like,
Kamen Pikachu. Armada Prime can be done at retail because he's, first of all, simpler. Second of all, more recognizable because Armada is way more popular than RID 2001. And then third of all, it's not so much that Optimus couldn't be done at retail, but Magnus couldn't be done.
Also, there's more repaint potential for Armada Optimus.
Yes.
Because you only have, Splendid's Convoy for Optimus?
Yeah, you can only repaint this guy in yellow. But also adding to this, with Armada Prime, it's just cab, and then the original trailer was just bricks, and then all those bricks became legs. Versus this, where if you're looking at the parts count of the armor is way higher on the on this Optimus. And again, it mostly, the biggest thing it comes down to as well is that RID 2001 is, while it's a great show, everyone forgets it. It's a weird stopgap between the Beast era and Armada. It's never been officially released on home video, and after Disney, Disney bought Fox Family, I think the show never aired anymore. It aired a little bit in the early 2000s. It hasn't aired since. A lot of people don't even know the show exists. This is RID 2001, despite having an American release, is as obscure as Victory or Master Force or any of the other Japanese anime because it got buried by legal problems.
And also, the point I see so many people go "Hey, how come they could show footage of the show on the stream?" They own car robots.
They own car robots, yeah. And I think too, they may own RID. They may not own the music.
Because that's Saban. That's all Saban.
Saban famously bought back Power Rangers with the money he made off of the interest and royalties from the music of Power Rangers from the time Disney was re-airing the shows.
I think about for the Victory trail Victory trails, they have a Victory remix. Here it was kind of a generic 2000s techno track, and not the RID music. So there might be there'll be some legal hoofa.
Yeah, they didn't even do a remix of the RID like they did for Victory. Yeah, so there's likely legal stuff around the show. It would be nice to see the show come back out, but at the moment, and the thing is too, is that maybe that Disney owns the airing rights or something, and then Hasbro goes to Disney and says, "Can we have these rights? Can we work out a deal?" And Disney's like, "Why would we have that?" So they don't even bother looking. That happens a lot in licensing.
Yeah, because the people who knew they had it left at this point, and new people come in
we've gone through technically 3 CEOs at Disney since then, because Fox Family was bought by Michael Eisner, then Bob Iger took over his job, then Bob Chapek came in, then Bob Iger decided to regenerate in a second time, like David Tennant did, and then now he's back. So we've gone through 3 CEOs since.
And so it has your context. Okay, hey, can we have the show back? We'll pay whatever money you want. They'll go, why would we have it?
Why would we have it? They're not going to go looking for it. That's the problem.
Yeah, they don't want to go look for it.
They have to, because they probably have to find the contract, and who knows where that's buried.
It's still there, but it's in the Disney vaults, in dust, covered in 10 million dust particles.
Muteki, good point. Do you think they chose us to see if there's interest in 2001 RID? Absolutely. I think everything else, Megatron, Galvatron, the Predacon Trio, a new Scourge, a new Ruination, X-Brawn, all of that was writing on if there is interest, and this is where you can tell us if it's interest.
They did,
the only RID 2001 Legacy stuff is a Scourge in the wrong colors, a repaint of Scrap Hook as toe line, and then a repaint a slight remold of Shadow Striker as Sideburn, because we know that's coming, because we freaking have Shadow Striker.
I feel like unless they change Sideburn to female, I don't know how they'll do. Because
they'll have to retool it, but the mold is there.
Yeah, but I think I see many people go "Oh, they never said the new Optimus." They could change their minds. That's Evan said in the video. They change their minds.
They change their minds all the time. Death Saurus was going to be a Grimlock retool.
Also, like also like people going like, it's the 40th anniversary. Why is it not G? You've been getting G1s for 2 decades now.
Here's the thing. It's one of those funny things because people are like, why is it not G1? I'm like, I wish it was G1 so I didn't have to spend the money right now.
Yeah, it's like.
Yes, Kyle, we did talk about the Sonic 3 news already.
We've been getting G1 for 2 decades. No, 3 decades.
2 decades. Solid.
Yeah, like 2 decades.
Exactly. Like Kyle says, literally a G1 Prime coming out later this year. Exactly. There's going to be so much G1 stuff for the 40th. It's nice they threw a bone to this. It does feel weird for the 40th, but I would rather have this than G1. Wallet-wise, I would have liked something G1.
but also, it's literally Optimus Prime combined with Ultra Magnus, the 2 big boys of the franchise. Of course, they're gonna make that the Haslab for the 40th anniversary.
I think it's less so that they decided this was going to be the 40th anniversary Haslab, and more so that this Haslab happened to land on the 40th anniversary.
And again, I honestly don't mind it because I think I think RAD 2001. Well, it's definitely kind of obscure. I think from what I've seen, it has a massive following. It has a massive.
It's the Transformers show that you find when you're deep into Transformers and you've gone through all the popular stuff.
I think also it was from what I know of the ye old days, it was a very it was kind of like the resurgence. It was kind of Beast Wars started. I feel like RAD was kind of the the renaissance of that old fandom of
was
BotCon and such.
And RID was also the transition point. The show was Autobots versus Predacons because it was pulling us out of Beasts into traditional Transformers stuff. And that's the thing for me personally. This was my first Optimus Prime experience as a kid. I saw the G1 movie around the same time, but I was Optimus Primal only for Beast Wars and Beast Machines. This was my introduction to Optimus and Ultra Magnus. And because I watched the G1 movie on DVD around the same time, I was getting a double dose of some of these character names and stuff. It was good times. It was I look back fondly on RID 2001. I rewatched the show recently. I think the dub is amazing because Saban dubs in that era were just cooking. And I'm really excited that we're finally I've been saying too. I wanted a proper RID legacy toy, and we finally got it. I just wish it wasn't happening right now in the middle of a bunch of Bandai stuff coming out next month.
Yeah,
that's my problem. My only problem is the timing. I don't even necessarily have a problem with the price. People mentioned in the chat, we didn't bring it up. But when Encore Godfire Convoy came out, it was $280 on most websites. This is an expensive thing to do properly, and that's why it's a Haslab.
Toy budgets aren't what they used to be in the 2000s. Again, something like this you could easily do back in the day, but now.
But back in the day, it would have the retail support because it was the current Transformers show, and you put them both out at the same time, not have to do them one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now on that note, I want to switch over and look at the grayscale prototypes, not in super detail because we've covered this topic well enough. The part I wanted to point out was the comparison because Evan brought his own freaking original toy.
Nerd. I love him.
The nerd brought his own. So this is the new one, this is the new Optimus Super Mode in the gray. Larger than the original toy. This is accurate because the Super Mode should be larger than Ultra Magnus, whereas on the original toys it was shorter.
There is I don't have the shot on hand, but there is a shot in RAD where Optimus Super Mode was saying next to Magnus, and he was taller.
Yep. Also, another thing to note, you notice how there's these silver rims with no tires on them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad we don't have rubber tires because that was the first thing to break on my original Optimus toy. The second thing to break was the missile rack in the ladder, which that broke too. The other thing, they did manage to square up the actual ladder to the center of his body as opposed to being slightly off kilter, which is
you
nice.
don't have to bend the little hose area anymore,
which is good. I love those original toys in concept, and when I had them fresh as a kid, they were great. But after a few years,
I have them right here. They're great. It's how I view old Sentai mecha. They're nice, clunky old toys, but they're not like a toy I want to pull out the shelf and mess with kind of thing.
And then here's a comparison with Victory Saber, so you can kind of see how these two guys are about Victory Saber size individually, right? That's kind of like, that's the crazy part. That's just blowing my mind a little bit too, because like Victory Saber is 2 dudes. Then they for some reason
also,
brought Death Saurus out in chicken
the
mode.
chicken.
Yeah.
That's good mode to compare. Also,
Yep.
like, even though Victory Saber is also a combination, Leo just becomes shoes in a backpack.
Yeah.
Not a full armor set for Optimus.
And that's the tricky part too, is you also got to remember is that Optimus' super mode just goes aside. It's the core Optimus body that combines with Magnus. So it's like 2 sets of armor for 1 figure, basically. And again, if we're talking about toy industry and pricing and stuff, the key word is parts count. And this thing has a huge high parts count. And here it is next to the original. So you can see it's bigger, it's larger, it's sturdier. You can
better
see
proportions.
Yeah. Evan talked about how he found like just the Optimus at a flea market and just put his Magnus on it. But yeah, so there you go. That's the comparison. Personally speaking, I'm in. Obviously, I'm in. It may not be for everybody though, because that price, I cannot deny the price. The price is $250 is not bad when you look at the grand scheme of things, but $250 is a lot of money still.
I mean, it's definitely it's going in slow, but like day 2 is at 6,000. I think it was like day 2 was like 6,000.
And now we're over 7,000. And then Australia and New Zealand have opened, and Japan is open today, so it'll keep going. Number of plates. That's a good point, Daniel. The plates. A lot of those things are 2-sided, so they have to be 2 parts just to get 1 piece. Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact it dates like it's practically almost funded, and it's at 38. I think it shows demand of this figure.
Demand is there for sure. 300 after shipping and taxes stateside. Omender says, "Yeah, my total's like 269, I think, with taxes."
But I'm just telling people now,
I have Hasbro Pulse Premium though. If your shipping cost is going to be, if you're going to back it, and your shipping cost is anywhere close to the $50, just pay the $50. So.
Also, a PSA for anybody who wants to back this that live in Australia: don't use EB Games. They stupid overcharge it.
Yep.
On EB Games, and that's an EB Games end, not Hasbro end, from what I understand.
Yeah, don't use EB. And they had issues. Didn't they have issues fulfilling Victory Saber?
Yeah, and like it was like 700, which doesn't even make sense. Which doesn't make sense because compared to Death Stars and Victory Saber, that was like because of course there's gonna be some upcharge there, but like that's not 700. Does not make sense at all.
No, not at all. Fire Fury is glad that they don't have anything coming out in March. For me, my biggest problem is that this drops, and then a couple weeks later, I got the Ultra Replica Mabius brace and the Deca Ranger Memorial SP license.
Hey, Sal, we were talking the Knuckles series. Apparently, we got a variety of list articles saying the Knuckles series will get released this Sunday during the Super Bowl.
Oh, a Knuckles trailer during the Super Bowl?
Yeah. First look at the Knuckles. Oh, first look at the Knuckles. Oh no, not the show, but the first look at the Knuckles series will be released this Sunday during the Super Bowl.
Okay, so Paramount Plus because Paramount Plus is streaming the Super Bowl in addition to airing on CBS. So.
So there's our first look at the show's going.
Cosmic Reject says, "I'm just against billion corpos having personal Kickstarters regardless of project." That's fair. Like you don't have to like the concept because it does suck that they do it. Like my biggest problem actually is not necessarily like, oh yeah, here's the Kickstarter backer kind of thing. My biggest problem with it is the fact there's no payment plans. When Mattel has payment plans, when Super 7 has payment plans, like everybody else that does this stuff, like that is like a company and not like a Kickstarter, has payment plan options. Hasbro doesn't.
And that's the thing. That's not the campaign's fault.
It's not the Transformers team's fault. It's a Hasbro problem. They want all their money up front. And I'm like, just these things are shipping in a year and a half. Just give people some time. You'll get more backers. You'll sell more people. You'll sell it to more people if you just offer payment plans. It worked for Eternia. It worked for the Cat Slayer, and those things were really huge. But people could pay it in 6 and 7 chunks.
I don't know why Hasbro.
And you can't do PayPal paying for it because it's not charging up front. So, Hasbro needs to do payment plans. That's my biggest stickler with that. So, do you think we'll get a Zap Titanus? I don't know. Is Power Rangers ever coming back?
That's the question.
All right, we need to move on to some other news though, because we spent a long time on Sonic 3. Well, we spent longer on Sonic 3 than I thought, and so now Omega Prime took longer. But let's get to it. Shard leaked. This is the deluxe Rock Lord freaking dude for Wave 2 of Legacy United, which
Love the
has not been
design.
revealed yet. There are no pre-orders for.
Colors.
Here, I like it. It's a rock helicopter.
Love it. I
It's
guess
pretty good.
I don't know what the color scheme remind. I think the color scheme reminds me. I don't know. It gives me what's the plant in Beast Machines again?
Oh, Botanica.
I know it gives me Botanica. The color
If
scheme
I
gives me
just take
Botanica
her and put
vibes.
her in my Beast Machine shelf and say that's Botanica,
It's
can I get away
organic.
with that? Because like none of the Beast Machine toys look like the show.
I mean,
I say none, but it's like 2/3 don't look like
like
the show.
because I doubt, like I know Beast Machines is probably gonna be like last the bottom list of Legacy, but
Yeah.
like I don't know how you do like a
Full
I don't know how
context,
you
this
do
is a brand
Botanica.
new character for Legacy, everybody. Like,
Yeah, part of the Rock Boys group, but
I
like
I kind of want to just stick. I
It
kind of
better
want to buy
say
her and
Rock
just.
Boys on the box.
They should put Rock Boys in the box instead of calling them Magnificons.
yeah, so I don't know how if they ever like do more beast machines in deluxe and not core class. I don't know how they'll do Botanica because it's a plant.
I want a Botanica. It's like my gap on Beast Machines. I have every other character.
But how do they do it? Like the only way I could see them doing it is just make her a build a figure, like
Make her
like
a
this.
Build-A-Figure or make her a weaponizer.
I guess that works. Yeah, the transformation is just just becomes like plant. She
I
just
do think people have been mentioning the Beast Machines Cheetor core class. I'm buying like 10 of those. I want my Beast Machines toys. If that has to sell to get us Beast Machine stuff, I'm buying like a ton.
You get one regular Cheetor, one Supreme Cheetor, one Night Slash Cheetor.
Yeah, exactly. One's Cheetor before he reformatted, and one's Cheetor after the. Yeah,
and one's Transtech.
Oh yeah. Shard's the only Rock Lord Transformer I've wanted so far as well.
How about the bike one? I like the bike one.
Bike one's fine. They did do the Quintessons. Yeah, that's a good point, Miteki. They did just make Quintesson and then just like take his head out. He's a jail.
Yeah, but like the problem we know Planetica's alt mode plant.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you do that.
I mean, they could just roll the dice and go for it, but I guess we'll see. Will says, sound out as Beast Machine's strongest shoulder. Have been for 20 years. My entire experience in the fandom has been defending Beast Machines, even when I shouldn't be. I do it anyways. There are certain times where people are like, this is a plot hole, and then I just explain around the plot hole because I love Beast Machines. I
used to record it off TV. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you had to be there, but also it was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
What was the theme? What was the not theme song? Like revolution.
It's Beast Machines. It was funny because Chris McFeely on Twitter when Sixo was doing like this whole poll of like the Transformer shows, and Chris McFeely was like, Beast Machines is gonna lose, which is dumb because it's the only Transformer show about something. And I thought about it and I was like, oh wow, that is the only Transformer show with a core ideological theme.
I think the only one that has also is Earthspark.
Yeah, but like I don't know, Earthsparks is not as well defined as Beast Machine. But maybe we need to see another season of Earthspark.
I mean, Earthspark also has.
Then again, we have gotten the same number of episodes between both.
I mean, also, like, I don't think Beast Machine was written for kids, honestly. It's also another thing. Yeah, Earthspark has the kid audience also in mind still versus Beast Machines.
Will says Beast Machines bored me so much I left my female friend to finish the show on her own. I don't think she ever forgave me. Yeah. You're either into Beast Machines or you're not. Like I think that's also the problem with the show and why. How would you make Legacy off of the show that's like you either like it or you don't? Cosmic Reject says, wouldn't Botanica just be a punch counter punch? Now, that's a Haslab I would back because we're never going to get another toy of that any other way. Yeah, I mean,
Haslab Botanica.
Oh my god, Haslab! Here's a wave of deluxes for characters we can't make. It's just
the Haslab, or just all Beast Machine. It's just
a Beast Machines box set. They just do it in 3 waves.
Yeah.
They're like, here's your Maximals, here's your Viacons, here's the other
tier
people.
1. Yeah, tier 1 Maximals, tier 2 Viacons, tier 3.
I mean, we don't have to do it all at once. We could do it as 3 Haslabs.
No, that will not fail. That'll super fail then.
Yep. Spin Dash is a watch guide that works. I will probably do a Transformers watch guide eventually. It's a bit daunting of a topic.
When's Transformers 1 supposed to be coming out this year? Like December?
August,
something like that?
I will do a Transformers watch guide at some point. It's just as daunting as the Sentai one, though, because there's just a lot. Because it's like, Japanese and English stuff. Like,
what do you think? It's at least there's lesser Transformers shows than
yeah.
Sentai.
Just so everybody to know, the Sentai viewing guide doesn't come out for another month. I started writing the script today because I have to get ahead on it. It's going to be more work doing the Sentai viewing guide than like a freaking rundown.
Speaking of Sentai.
Ooh, a toy guide explaining the lines and scales. That's an idea. Oh, one comes out in September? Okay. Anyways, speaking of Transformers, here's Chromia.
And another leak considering Hasbro.
Where's the Legacy United Wave 2 pre-orders? We have 3 of the deluxes now.
Now, I know people we're not a big fan because it's not Cyberverse Chromia, but like, this one
it looks fine, but I'm not buying any other Chromia past Thrilling 30.
I mean, yeah, someone who doesn't own String Theory. I'm picking this up because I like the Prime mold, and honestly, I think it works. I think it actually, if you ignore the fact that it's actually Cyberverse Chromia, I think it works very well as a Chromia toy. Honestly, I think
welcome back, Crossy.
And just I don't know. I think the problem I had with say the Bulkhead or the Knockout is I don't get the vibes of the character with those two.
Yeah.
With this one, no, I see this as Chromia. I like this as Chromia a lot. It works a lot with her. And
Crossy, we just talked about the Rock helicopter like 2 seconds ago.
I'm just glad that it's a female Transformer with a backpack on her.
Yeah, it's nice. I have no interest in getting her, but she looks good. All right, so that's it for Transformers. Let's talk about Boom 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 Boom. Boon. I don't know why I just kept repeating Boon. I promise I'm not breaking down. Boonboomger. I'm gonna pull up I just pulled up the Bandai articles. So, like, they're not the full pictures, but it just gives us an overview, so we can just scroll through one thing, make it easy, make my life simple. All right, welcome everyone that came back just because I said Boonboomger. All right, so. We got the Bakugan Sentai Boonboomger toys. Show premieres March 3rd. That's why you should be expecting to see the Sentai viewing guide March 1st. It's coming Boon. I like that. All right, so first up, here's Boonboomger Robo. The hot, controversial topic of a toy. So here he is. Let's talk about it before we talk about our thoughts on it. So it's a 3-part mech. There is this big old trailer in the center, and then there's these 2 little cars on the arms. It's kind of like Kishi Ryuo, 3 Knights. So the way this works is that you take the cars and you put them onto this little ramp, and then you pull the ramp, and as you pull them through the center of the trailer, they spring open into their little spring gimmicks, which I think is really cool. So they demoed this in a video, and it looked really fun. Like you activate them through this little gate mode of the trailer, and I thought that was really neat. This is going to be the base package. And then going alongside that, there's going to be 2 packs of cars, 2 police ones for Boon Black that make this really cool looking police robo. Love that one. These 2 construction ones for Boon Orange, makes this construction one. And then I don't know who these are associated with, but it's like another pink and another red car. And then it'll be Boon Knight.
So there are different forms.
Boonboomger Knight. So there's 3 other forms that they've shown so far. There will be a bundle where you can get the mecha on its own, the mecha with the changer and the sword, and then the mecha with all these other mecha, which I kind of like. I'm tempted to buy that box. I love this police one. Boonboomger Robo Police is my favorite so far. I think this is great, and I'm into this. We'll talk about the changer in a moment. I'm into this because I gotta tell you guys the secret about articulated mecha, because yes, that was the topic of discussion, is the fact he doesn't have knees, doesn't have elbows, and it's just shoulders, head, and hips. So, the thing is, yes, the last couple years we've gotten Danoni Taijin and King Oger, which were main mecha that had a ton of articulation. Danoni Taijin, not so much. King Oger was heavily articulated. But King Oger was also 10,500 yen. Danoni Taijin was like 12,000 yen, because he was also gigantic. Huge. This is got the base mecha down to 7,728 yen. So there's definitely a price thing happening, especially with the gaps in the arms here. So the price has definitely come down a whole lot. Now the thing is, I will say that with this mecha, it screams to me there's a P Bandai full action version of that trailer coming. It seems to me like there's going to be a P Bandai version that'll be more articulated. like how they did the Don Robotaro that didn't have moving skirts and only had 3 ratchet joints forward and back that came with Oni Taijin, and then the P Bandai one that had like 9 or 10 ratchet D10s plus moving skirts. Now here's the thing. That upgraded Don Robotaro is missing ports that are needed for the final combination with Toradora Gonjin and the Omikoshi Phoenix. So you can't form the final combo with the more articulated hips, probably due to a stability issue of the weight coming down, probably causing those hips to move too much. And case in point, I love God King Oger, but I don't like messing with God King Oger because as soon as you move anything on that, it can collapse because it has to be in a brick sort of formation, meaning all the articulation advancements that the Kuwagata Shoe God has completely gone because it has knees, it has thigh swivels, it has fully articulated hips, elbows, wrist swivels, shoulders, but because of all the stuff you put onto that final combo, he's just a brick again. He's got nothing going on. So I'm speculating, because I don't know, that this is going to be another season where we have a huge big combo put around the base, form being the Reds mecha. And they're going to, avoid a God King Oger situation. Fire Fury, Tarantula Knight being a backpack was the mistake. It throws the whole thing off. I think with this, they're future-proofing to make the toys simpler and easier for that big combo. Unfortunately, that means the base toy is nowhere near as exciting as an individual component. So, what's your guys' thoughts on all this?
Look, I understand that, totally. But, I just wish it didn't look so, it looks like a Transformers Earthspark toy. It's so cheap looking.
It does look.
It's the hollow arms that kill it for me. I know my hollowness for, cheap toys, but this is supposed to be our main mech of the year, and I hate it. And,
this is also, I'd say, a direct result of the Japanese economy tanking in the last year and a half.
Definitely, that's definitely the case. But Zenkaio has basically no articulation besides arms. But that thing felt chunky and nice, and I really like that thing. This thing, I don't know, it just screams cheap, and I don't know, it just it just feels so the gimmick,
yeah.
it's
cool. Kyle says King Oger and Donnie Taijin were both $93.50, and that's correct. That was pre-tax, though. I was including the price with tax, as it's listed on a lot of websites. So I just wanted to clarify. Yeah.
The gimmick's, I guess, kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't think that gimmick of just making the cards open up. That's not worth sacrificing the core design of the robot.
That has nothing to do with the articulation. Because if it had fully articulated limbs, the gimmick would still work.
Oh no! I just see how it transformed. I don't know. It just looks. I don't like it. It just. The robot design. I think it's good. I like the suit.
This is like Kiramajin, isn't it?
You mentioned if it still had the articulation, it would still work. Then why not put it?
I think because of the combination. That's my theory. That
it's like you said, future proofing.
Yeah,
but I like some of the other combinations, but it looks like a trans. Yeah, it does. It looks like a cheaper transformer than a Sentai combiner mech.
I think that's my issue. Especially compared to the competitors of the Takara and the Korean toys, robot toys. I just don't think it does not. I don't feel like this is worth.
Yeah. The one on the left and the one on the right there, I like the most.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I think the combos look a bit better, but I don't know, those hollow scrawny arms really just froze everything off for me. It just I don't know. It just I think it's one of those things where I feel like your main mech should at least look the best, and I don't think it doesn't look.
A lot of people have mentioned Lupat in the comments. It's very much a similar system.
And I don't like that mech either.
Yeah. I hope it's not like Lupat, because that thing never had any good combinations.
Yeah, I think the other the police, the construction. I think they look nice. Because I think since my problem with the sword, the pink and blue Zords is they look so hollow. Like they literally have hollow bits on them.
Pink's gimmick is absolutely the worst because it's just
a hand.
Just a hand folds out.
The other ones looks at least fill it out. I think it fills it out. But I think it's one of these where it's I think it's a good design overall. The suit and everything is good. It's just I think this toy.
I think it got killed by budget because you know what it looks like to me as well. It had articulation in the design phase, and then the budget came down, and they had to take it all out.
Those arms, because those arms just look like King Oger's arms, just a scrawny arms. So like seeing
that's why I'm wondering. At what stage did they decide they were having less articulation, and was it the
Welcome
budget
wheels?
stage?
We're talking about Boonboomger mechs right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways,
what do you think of the Boonboomger toys?
The mecha. We're just talking about the mecha specifically. We're going to look at the changer in a minute.
A lot of the actual toys kind of look kind of ass at the moment. Like,
welcome to Japanese economy. I think it's the biggest problem.
They dumbed down the Udos. They dumbed down everything.
We haven't talked about any of that yet, Will. Just the mecha. Just the mecha.
I would say I do like it. It's compatible with the changer. That's like the coolest thing about it. I think is that.
That's the thing. The changer looks the best.
Well, we're gonna talk about that in a moment. Should we just move on to the changer?
I do love War Game. Combiner. It's just one mech with armor.
Yeah.
Basically what it is. Yeah.
Here is the changer. I love the changer. The changer is my favorite thing that they've shown so far.
My Ryuki driver.
Yeah, it's so the way the changer works is that
get a Digimon with it.
The changer is a separate piece. The actual wrist brace is just a holster. You push the button on the changer and you roll on your arm like it's Bokenger, which is cool. And then you can attach all the vehicles attached to the bottom of the changer and scan them to, basically make the sounds for them, which is really cool. And then you can attach the changer to the back of the mecha, and that'll activate the final attack sound. So, I'm into it. I like the changer a lot. It's like my favorite thing so far. It doesn't do that much on its own. Like, it's definitely improved by other things, like the handle here that has a gun, steering wheel, and sword form. And for some reason, Pink is using it like an axe in the trailer.
The steering wheel's kind of neat.
I like the steering wheel, yeah. And you put the changer in the middle of the steering wheel, and it makes all the steering sounds. And then they're selling those together as well.
It also not look like you could put a LCD in there and make it a VPET.
You could. I get
Ride Watch vibes from it, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Ride Watch. There also is a special whatever this black and green supercar is, comes with a special bundle.
It reminds me of a Future Drive
green
car.
Man.
Yeah, Drive Type Next. It comes in this bundle with the changer and the mecha. But yeah, what do you guys think of the changer and the weapon here? Because I like the changer. I don't really care for the weapon, but I never care about weapons.
I like the changer
a lot.
I like the changer. I think
Celltrax. It's a screwdriver and a bolt gun because they're like pit crew.
Yeah, I like the changer. Like part of me, I think honestly, what I wish they'd done is have the whole the cars open up gimmick when you attach it to the changer. I feel like they should have done that and forced it on the mech itself.
Yeah,
because I feel like I feel like that would have been better because I just think that having that gimmick in the mech really hinders the core design of it. So I feel like if they just kept it where you put the car in the changer, it opens up and put it on the mech. I think it's more unique.
Or you push the button on the changer and it opens it up.
Yeah. I do like it's compatible with the weapon. That's kind of.
I like that it goes on the weapon, the individual things, and the mecha. Like you can just put it it works. Like the changer is like the centerpiece toy that works on everything.
Yeah, Toma. It looks like they kind of almost an orbit trigger. It really does scream circle arms from Trigger.
It does. Yeah, the weapon totally is circle arms.
Kind of.
Any other thoughts on the change in the weapon before I look at the candy toy stuff?
No, from a design standpoint, like the colors, wheels. It's muted.
All right, moving on.
Sorry, no, I just went on mute. I just went on mute because of the TV.
That's fine.
No, I think that the mecha, like I said, the mecha is weird because they're dumbing it down again, which is a bad idea. The henshin device is pretty cool, especially because Ika Matsumoto is supposedly going to be the voice of the changer this year. So we're gonna get our Cash and Ryuki on, so it's gonna get hilarious.
I mean, it's not like she's doing Pokemon.
I mean, no, she's not. She's really not. Well, actually, she is, but she isn't. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
So they still have her popping in and out, but she's not Ash.
Yep.
And supposedly she goes to Tokyo Joshi a lot now too, as a guest commentator.
That's pretty cool. All right, ready to talk about the candy toy stuff? Because I think the candy toy stuff is more depressing than the DX stuff.
All right, so let me see. I haven't seen the candy.
All right, we gotta talk about this.
It's bad.
I was gonna have us look at Lasner Mark II, Smith the Crow, but we're running out of time. We had so many other news, so Okay, so the candy toy stuff, it's weird this year. First of all, we're getting a candy toy version of the Changer and candy toy versions of the Mecha, like the 2 cars in a box, which is bizarre. So it's like you get the Changer as a cheap little candy toy, and then you get these 2 little cars. And then they still go on the Changer, like the DX toys, except it's just smaller. There's also a candy toy version of the weapon, which I don't know how big that is. But you can see the difference in size here with the candy toy Changer on it. And then there's also this basic ass Red who just has like he's part of this little like initial lineup, and he's just like shoulders and a waist thing, and then he comes with a weapon.
A vinyl? He's
not a vinyl, but he's more articulated than a vinyl. He's all plastic and stickers. But
well, that's weird because instead of having a waist joint, it has like a leg, like a unileg joint.
He has a unileg, and then there's also this basic figure of the Boonboomger Robo, who has elbows at least.
It's weird these are candy toys. So these
this is a candy toy line called the Boonboomger Start Set. Then in April, there's going to be little soft vinyls as candy toys.
It's kind of weird these are candy toys because usually these are toys for like a normal line.
They have not been doing the Sentai Hero series as much anymore.
Because
King Odra had them, but they're not happening as much. These are surprisingly well painted because they have like the little siren things on black shoulder. And then
I'm guessing the King Odra ones did the King Odra toy line did very poorly in terms of the non-mech stuff. Then because
I think so. Because they've really scaled back on like the vinyls and stuff. And there's no Change Hero series this time. The SG Boon car, these are your like candy toy versions of the cars. Kind of like Tokuger, kind of like Lupat. They're just tiny and cheap looking, but they make the sound in the Changer.
Would they work with the Changer?
Yeah, they work with the DX Changer to make the sound. And then in May, we're getting the Yudo, which the Yudos are split 2 Rangers to 2 boxes, but they've been doing that since Zenkaiger, so that's not surprising. So you get like Boon Red's torso plus his gun, and then you get his sword plus his legs, and then his hands are in a separate piece, that kind of thing. So here's Boon Red. It's interesting. They have like covered hip. They have thigh swivels, but they have like sculpted coverings over them, which is different.
Do the Yudos have any stickers? How much?
Yeah, they have stickers. In belts, not the head, but like the belt, the chest, the armband. So they got stickers. Here's Boon Blue, and then we've got Boon Pink, and then we've got Boon Black. Will says it's giving me bad vibes in Sentai's future. Sentai will survive. It always does. Here's Boon Orange. If O-Ranger couldn't kill it, like O-Ranger had a whole like government involved like stop of its show and change up to like now it's like O-Ranger, Jetman, those shows like almost killed Sentai in a lot of ways. It still managed to go. I think what's happening here is
helped to kill Sentai.
I was gonna say what's helping here is or what's causing this. I think is the budget. The budgets have just, and we've noticed this with Rider too. The budgets have just gone away in a lot of ways. Bandai's having to cut back.
Well, Ultraman takes China money. They have unlimited funds by the look of it.
Exactly. There may be also for Boon Orange and Black. Their Changer is coming out later, so I imagine we're going to see the details on that later.
They're to go on green and black, pretty much.
Yeah, so they're getting a different Changer, but it comes out in April, so we haven't seen any of the April Deluxe toys. But this is their Changer. It's got an axe form and a sword form. You can see it in the Yudos here. The interesting part is that boxes 11 and 12 come with hands, and then they blacked out mysterious things that they haven't shown us yet. Do not know what that's about. We will find out later, I guess. Then going to that further, there was, I can't figure out where the teaser was, but there was a teaser that, yes, a fully articulated combining mini Pla Boonboomger Robo is coming. So, anyways, the candy toy stuff's weird. I don't know what they're doing with this, like, start set candy toy thing, but it really does feel like it is, the economy is catching up to Bandai. And that's just how it's going to be. So
again,
could be an extra hero, could be Go on Red because he's also in a bath bomb set. But yeah, anyways, you guys got thoughts on this while I prep the next stories?
It's fine, honestly. Like this, it's kind of weird. These are all candy toys because usually I see something like this. This looks like something you see in like a normal toy line thing. So it's weird. It's only candy toy.
The start set thing reminds me of some of the Gashapon toys they usually release.
That like weird Boom Red with the like the Unileg, that looks like, you know, one of those like dollar store figures you see here in America where you get like a cheapo version of the character to
candy
have.
toys are that in Japan, so it makes sense. Yeah, so they're I mean, they seem fine. It does like the Yudo thing is weird to me that they're not showing like the other figure. But I like that the Yudo seemingly increased articulation while keeping style. So like, you know, there's some good stuff. I think the thing that's excited me most about Boonboomger was the 15-second teaser that aired after after King Oja this week, because that teaser had one CG shot of a bunch of cars driving by, and the rest was like filmed practical locations, including the first practical mecha set since Kira Major. So I'm into it. I'm into it.
Yeah, because if people confused, there was a other trailer for Boom, but that was like toy only.
Yeah, there was a toy promo, and it was all CG backdrops and stuff.
It made me vomit.
Yeah, that was like, just to promote the cars more than anything.
Thank God, because if Boonboomger keeps doing more, it does more of that, I'm off. I'm leaving.
If the 15-second teaser only had one CG shot, I think we're going to be okay.
I think we're safe. So. I think we're safe.
Yeah, the only shot from the toy trailers that were probably from the show is actually the transformation stock footage. So, yeah. And Buteki, I did mention, and I'll mention it again, there is a mecha set coming out with the first, with the let's see, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. You get 8 vehicles plus the trailer. I'll probably end up buying that. I'm not buying any of the Boonboomger stuff right away. If I do videos on it, it'll be when the show's over.
No, it's called It's called what's that?
It's called Wait for Tsurugia to get it.
Yeah, Tsurugia.
All right. We're gonna blow through the Bandai news in the next 5 minutes. Think we can do that?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Kamen Rider Gotchard 10-liner buckle. I don't know what it actually is called. It's the upgrade for the next form of Gotchard. Adding to the Bandai having budget cuts / the economy's catching up to them, Gotchard still only has one driver toy. Legend is a half driver toy because it's just it's literally the decade belt 2009 mold and everything with a new buckle piece. The Gotchard driver is the only new toy, like actual belt this year. And so now we're on our 4th buckle attachment.
You know what the Gotchard belt really is? It reminds me of the Sega Genesis with all the attachments, the Sega CD and the 32X. It's like
even more so than X-Aid when they did that intentionally. Like, this is just... Oh, the Dread... Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about the Dread driver. But the Dread driver's P Bandai. At retail, there's only 1.5 belts, when there's usually 2.
More add-ons! More add-ons!
Yep, so this add-on's the 10-liner. It's a train that turns into this buckle, which is pretty cool. It comes with 2 cards. This will be his next form in the show. It's interesting they don't show the form anywhere. Oh, there they go. It's on the box. It looks really cool. So that looks neat. All right, next up, as of no surprise, the Memorial Edition Blazar Brace is just the same toy as the DX, with the 4 stones he used in the show, with voice lines and dialogue, and an extra button, which does the theme song, and then he also has his final attack from the last episode included is sound effects.
If this gets a proper like US release and has like a good price, I might get it because I love Blazar.
You also don't have to buy a Frydran toy to get the
I don't have to buy a Frydran fighter or stone sets. So like if this gets an official release and
wanting to give us stuff.
Yeah, I hope they would get it. This is like if they were going to release any of the Ultra Replica or the Memorial Edition stuff here, this would be it, right?
Yeah. Like if this gets a proper US release,
something while it's getting simulcast, what?
Yeah, no, that never happens. Somehow we still can't sync that up.
But if this gets it, it's a good price. I'm getting this. Yep, because I love Blazar.
All right, so coming,
they're loving their China money, but they don't want their American money.
Nope,
well, that's stronger than the yen right now.
Yep, but that's Bandai. We could. I don't want to exposit on it. We still have more news. Let's just keep going. The complete selection modification Kaiser Gear version 2.0 and Kaiser Driver version 2.0 have been announced officially. They are not going up for order yet. The page mentions, thanks to Spin Dash for this translation, these will be going up after the Fies Blaster, Orga Driver, and Smart Buckle releases. So this is coming way later. They just wanted to say, hey, Kaiser.
I'm not sure
giant turds coming.
I'm not sure how they really approved the original, because the original is like good enough.
They probably just added more lines or something. I don't know.
No. What they did was they're re-releasing it with no sounds and fucked up, gimmicks because of the Fi stuff.
Yeah, but they got time to figure this out because it's only coming out to 2025 earliest. They just were like, Fi's movie came out, make announcements. Speaking of Kaiza, here's your SH Figure Arts Shinkocho Seiho next Kaiza. He's on P Bandai US for $88 if you want to go that way. P Bandai exclusive. He looks cool. I don't like Kaiza, but he looks cool.
The movie's out now, right?
The movie came out in Japan and in China. And yeah, so he makes a good pairing with Next Fies, and he comes with the Axle Mode startup stuff. Welcome, Ghost Trains. And this was explained in another blog that Fies will also come up with these parts. That essentially in the movie they both get axle forms. Sorry for the minor spoilers; it's just toy stuff. They have these startup for the axle form is like the chest rotates and then the eyes glow. And so Next Fies is going to include parts to do that. Like you can rotate the chest and it just rotates on its own, and then you have swappable eye lenses or something like that. And then the same thing. So there's the side by side, and so that's coming with them. And then Next Kaiza, of course, comes with his. From what I understand, they do this, and then their colors shift to Axle colors in the movie. I don't know for sure because I haven't seen the movie, but yeah. There you go. That's
I imagine being a Tokusatsu fan trying to avoid spoilers is like hard mode because toys.
Toys. That's why Garo's the best because there's no toys. Also,
it's funny too because a lot of people get really pissy about that. They're like, "Stop spoiling it for me," and I'm like, "How? They're just trying to market the merch."
Bandai's marketing the merch. I wish Bandai would wait, but if they market it, I gotta talk about it. So. And luckily, here's the thing: I don't consider
toys are full spoilers.
I don't consider this. This is not spoilers, right? Like Axle Mode for Next Kaiza is just a thing he does. It's not, and it's anyway writing, so it's not going to have any impact on the plot.
I think it's more the impact. It's one of those how good. Would it be cooler if Gogeta was not spoiled because the impact would be cooler.
Yeah, that's also plot relevant. This is just he does the thing. And that's the thing is that. I will say that, when it comes to, it's the same thing with, it's not as bad as, like, when they spoiled Shin Zofi or Shin Rider 3, because those actually are spoilers to the plot. But yeah,
because, Zofi shows up in the movie, right?
Yeah.
And, no one knew he showed up in the movie.
Until
and then,
Bandai...
the trailer drops and the figure gets announced.
Yep.
Yep.
And then adding to that, it's Inoue. This is the man that threw the axle watch at Fize's head. I don't think this is going to be plot relevant, to be honest. If it is, cool, but
a lot of things that Fiza said.
All right. In case you wanted any part of the Evolt driver package, the Super Best line is re-releasing the Evolt trigger, the bottle set, and the driver. Oh, wait. I'm hearing that it's entirely in a bundle and you can't buy any part individually, including the Evolt Dark trigger, which is the thing that's the hardest to get on its own.
I think Bandai heard us ranting about Evolt and it's decided to release this.
11,990 yen. You can only get it as a bundle. I know several people that wish they could just buy that Hazard trigger.
Because that was rare. That was limited because that was near the end of the toy run, right?
It was super hard to get, and people were like, "Can we just buy the trigger?" But no, you got to buy the whole thing. And then also they're re-releasing this thing from the movie with the Cross Z build fusion.
I totally forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, this is coming back out again.
I thought that was from the V-Sim. No, it's from the movie.
It's from the movie. Yeah. And that's it. That's it for Bandai. Sorry, we got a ton more news still. Sorry, I was like, that's it. Oh right, I didn't go to the other section. We're gonna be going rapid fire mode, guys, if you don't mind, because it's already.
What topics are we talking about?
All right, first up, let's just do this. G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe Day happened. Instead of doing a live stream, they're just like, here's some render reveals on people we told you the names of before. So there's Classified Series Doc. Deluxe figure comes with a stretcher, which is great because he's a medical guy. Perfect. Love it. Then we've... Why is this image just repeating?
Toy photographer definitely love that. Toy photographer definitely love that figure for the stretcher alone.
Dreadnought Torch. We heard he was coming. Look at him. He comes with fire effects. Rad. Freaking awesome. Love it. Great. Right. Nagahide. Nagahide is another Dreadnought, and he comes with a rifle and a hunter bow. But of course, he comes with a warthog and a monkey with an eye patch. because freaking this toy line's amazing.
Sold.
Oh, Furious George.
Exactly, Furious George. Love it. Jinx. Hot damn. I love a good Jinx, and this is a good Jinx. I'm excited. Jinx is like one of the last female characters that had toys before, so almost mission accomplished. Great. Then we have the Night Creeper, which is nice to see because the Snake Eyes movie toy line had Night Creepers in it and not a classified, so there you go. And that was it. That was the. Oh wait, there was one other thing. There's no individual picture for it. There is a 2-pack of Tiger Force, Tripwire, and Roadblock. And Tripwire comes with all the stuff he came with on the Pulse one.
Like, for the Night Creeper, specifically like the basic toy line or
the basic toy line. The basic toy line had it, and then it was like a 5-inch figure. And then they, but that was the reveals. They threw these out. Pre-orders pending, but that was some renders that we didn't get at the last fan stream that I thought we should have gotten. I guess they were saving it for G.I. Joe Day. So they look great.
Yeah, a lot of accessories. Again, I'm so impressed how much accessories you can throw into these
Super
things.
Impressed. Great toy line. I still have to do the rundown, guys. There's so many figures to cover. But anyways, the Star Trek 2009 Exquisite miniseries Scotty 1/18 scale previews exclusive from Hio Toys got revealed, and boy, does that not look anything like Simon Pegg.
You think it's gonna be likeness issues around for this one?
I don't know if this is likeness issues or poor sculpting, but it looks literally nothing like Simon Pegg as Scotty. I don't know what went wrong here.
Usually when it comes to bad likenesses, there's at least some examples of the actor. I think it's just they couldn't get the rights for Simon Pegg's.
I guess they couldn't get Simon Pegg's likeness, so they decided to throw Simon Pegg and James Doohan's faces into a blender and just said, "Here you go."
Schmeeman Pog.
Yeah. I still ordered it because I'm buying the whole slime, but, not the best work there. All right. In case you were waiting for Big Bad Toy Store to get remastered Gradient Red from the Lightning Collection, let's see. Hasbro sold out prior to filling our orders, but is tentatively planning to rerun the item sometime later this year. We're keeping the pre-orders on file until we receive further information regarding potential release schedule. The ETA on our listing has been pushed to Q4 2024. Please note you can cancel your pre-order at any time.
Wow.
Okay, so I guess they just didn't even fill all their orders of these two. Nice job, Hasbro.
I just go I feel you guys made these in the dozens. You can't just send those dozens to the people.
Yep. Anyways, that's stupid.
Is this?
This is remastered red and green for Lightning Collection.
So what happened? They don't have enough?
People did not get their pre-orders from Big Bad, and Big Bad is saying that Hasbro sold out of their inventory and aren't sending them anything. But Hasbro is planning to do another production run later this year.
This is stupid because
It's just like with the
they're doing that with Transformers now.
It's just like with the Dino Thunder Black and Lost Galaxy Pink thing going on with Pulse UK.
What's the Transformers example? What's the Transformers example?
Anytime they do a reissue for Transformers, it just never materializes.
Because here's the thing. I told Soundout I wasn't really going to get Motormaster unless I could get all of them at once, because at one point the pre-orders were all selling out and the inventory was being scarce. So I got Motormaster and the limbs, and I
yes, thank you, Astronaut. This was for the restock, not the original release. Thank you. But yeah, no, they sold out, right? And then they didn't even fill the pre-orders of the ones that the restock pre-orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hasbro's been really bad. They put up reissues and then they just don't even do them. And I think it's because they have too much product, and so they don't have gaps to do any reissues.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how you get rid of product. Lower your release numbers.
Exactly. Less product in a year, so you have room to reissue stuff as needed.
They're oversaturating. They're literally oversaturating their market.
Yep. We've talked about it before, and we'll keep going. All right. Jada Toys' Dulcim was shown at a toy fair. I think it's London or something.
It was London Comic Con, yeah.
Yeah, there's also a DJ as well.
Yeah, I got his link too. Dulcim's accessories are shown for the first time, including 4 stretchy limbs.
Will they have bendy wire? Will they have bendy wire in them?
They look like they do. I'm excited because, holy cow, that's 4 bendy limbs. I wish we could get that from Mr. Fantastic. Anyways, that's Dulcim.
They barely afford to give us one at times.
Yeah.
Jada doing the thing other companies won't do.
Good toys. Anyways, DJ, we don't have his accessories on display, but it looks like he's coming with an effect, 2 heads and hands, and a stand for the effect, which is pretty cool. So, rad. That's awesome. All right, next up, I only want to talk about this one thing in this. Todd McFarlane announced a bunch of DC retro figures, okay? There's some neat stuff, but I just want to talk about this bitch and skull ship.
What about the bug?
No, I'm getting there. I just want to talk about the skull ship first. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? It's the 80s Brainiac ship, and it rolls, and it look at it. It's beautiful. I love it. Anyways, you know what's great, though? This freaking bug ship's $30.
You gonna get it?
I already ordered this. I shouldn't. I got way too much stuff coming out in April, but whatever. This is part of the Superpowers like revival line that McFarlane's doing, and it looks like it's got about as much room inside as the popcorn bucket, except it actually has molded seats.
Yeah,
and everything.
that's those seats. You think as you sit figures in.
It's stickers. It's so good. Look at it.
Where's our George Lopez superpower figure?
I would love a George Lopez superpower figure. But there also is a retractable Skywire for Ted to hang off of.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Like they really went for it. And then on the back here, you can see Booster Gold sitting in the seat. They haven't announced Booster Gold yet.
Whoops.
Whoopsies. But in case anyone's wondering, in the wave, you do get Ted Cord Blue Beetle. It does come out separate. So you got to buy Ted separate from the ship. But the ship's 30, Ted's like 10. I love it. I will review it and compare it to the popcorn bucket. It will happen.
Will you put popcorn in the Superpowers toy?
No. I'm not messing up those stickers. This wave also includes Sinestro. Sinestro looks great. We got Kilowog. Kilowog looks really good.
Nice. It's nice to see. It's weird that we don't have a McFarlane figure of him, but still, it's nice to get another Green Lantern that isn't the main human ones.
Yep. Here's Brainiac to go with his bitch and skull ship. It's funny because the Brainiac doesn't match the skull ship yet. And then there is a variant of Brainiac that you can get through the McFarlane Toys store with the ship in other colors, and it just looks goofy and it's fun.
Good old 80s Brainiac with his mighty undies.
Yep. And then there's also re-releasing Gold Superman, who was a mail-away figure back in the day, so that's pretty cool. All right,
there's also manga Batman.
Oh yeah, where was that? Manga Batman.
That's we need to use that Superpowers Batman mold for what fits this mold? Manga Batman. There we go. We're making that.
Jerry, do you know about the Bat manga with Lord Deathman?
I actually do.
Yeah.
I actually have seen panels of it and stuff. I never read it.
I love the Brave and Bold.
I've never read it either.
I've read I have the X-Men manga.
We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yes, I love the Brave and the Bold episode of them featuring the Bat manga.
Okay, continuing McFarlane. New page punchers have been announced officially now, which is Transformers. This is Transformers page punchers are going to be 4-inch figures, 2 packs, 2 comics each. Here's one with Optimus and Megatron, which looks cool. They come with a stand as well. The other one will be Wheeljack and Bumblebee. Very G1 inspired, but looking really IDW. And the reason why is if we go to the listings here, which I did remember to log out of Amazon. Good job, me. The comics included with the Optimus and Megatron is an issue of Optimus Prime and an issue of Lost Light, which means these are the first IDW comics being reprinted under
Skybound Image.
Skybound Image, yeah. So it's issue 1 and issue 6, respectively.
I'm hoping that means that they'll make the trades, trades for the old IDW series.
I think they will. They did say, they've said it a couple times, that with Transformers and G.I. Joe, they are going to do reprint collections of the older material because they have the license to all of it. And they said, send us suggestions, and I sent them a 4-page document of how they could break it all down and what should be included. I don't know why I did all that for free, but I gave them.
For Marvel Transformers DPC, put okay, here's where the Marvel UK issues go.
No, I literally was here's the UK issues that have new material. Here's the ones that are reprints. Here's where you place Headmasters in the original. I did the whole thing. I don't know if they're going to use any of it, or but they didn't email me back and say you're hired.
No,
come fill out our collected.
They didn't say no.
They didn't say no. They didn't say no. So if we get really nice compendiums in order. Probably was my doing. I'm just going to claim that, even though I I have no idea. They probably can figure it out on their own. It's not like they can do the same research I did. And then the Bumblebee pack includes Bumblebee #1 and Robots in Disguise #7. So there's that. Now, adding to this, of course, on the opposite side is the G.I. Joe ones. There is a Cobra Commander and Crimson Guard one that comes with Real American Hero 2012 Annual and Real American Hero 267. So those are both from the Larry Hama run.
Yeah, I was to ask, are these Larry Hama comics?
Both of these are Larry Hama. And then the other pack of Snake Eyes and Duke comes with Real American Hero 253, which had never been collected before, I think. I think it was like 250 is as far as they got. And then it, for some reason, comes with issue 10 of IDW's G.I. Joe standalone continuity that Chuck Dixon did.
Interesting. I guess
it's a weird. These are not the same continuity these two comics come from, but it was just like Duke's here and Snake Eyes is here.
I guess that's why.
Anyways, and then speaking of comic books, Viz announced several things. I just selected what I care about. First up, the English edition of the manga adaptation of X-Men the Animated Series, newly remastered and presented in a deluxe edition, releasing fall 2024. Jerry, you want to talk about the X-Men manga?
For people to know,
I legitimately didn't even know this was on your. That is the exact one I have.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the exact one.
It's coming out in a deluxe edition hardcover.
The 90s cartoon, but manga.
Is this the first time it's coming over here? I'm assuming, right?
I think
I literally owned it from buying it, but.
Yeah.
Was it in English?
It was in English, right?
Yeah, it was in English. Yeah.
They released it way back when. It's just it hasn't been around in a long time.
Well, I didn't know they published any of these older because
I could find it and show you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But this is going to be a deluxe edition and newly remastered and all that stuff. But it's Hiroshi Higuchi's X-Men.
So, getting that hardcover would be nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm stoked. I'm loving the X-Men 90s love right now because it means X-Men love. And X-Men
where's the show? But where's the show?
I feel like we're getting close to that show any day now. Any day now that trailer could drop. All right. Next up, again, I just selected. There's other stuff they announced. They're doing a box set of Twilight Princess for Legend of Zelda manga. Chat,
surprised.
Is the Zelda mangas good? I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, they're good. I heard great things about such a Ocarina of Time.
Like a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah. So I heard. So if you like, I'm not sure they're done by the same manga, but I at least know the Ocarina of Time ones. I haven't heard that much about the Twilight Princess manga. But still, it's great to see them doing a box set like this.
Yeah.
So I know they did one for Ocarina of Time.
Kyle's heard good things about all the Zelda manga. That's good because I
know. Well, what's cool about the Ocarina of Time? It was Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask in the same box set, which is nice.
Cool. Then we've got. Well, I forgot what the order these are in. Oh yeah, the Kaiju #8 exclusive on the 3rd Division light novels coming out in the fall. So this is a little side story thing.
I would say this is like the buddy story for the Chainsaw Man buddy stories for Kaiju #8, like the light novel, side story.
Little light novel side stories. Jerry, did you say an 8 out of 10 for the X-Men manga on your rating?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
But from what I remember, it's been a while since I actually read it.
The art's amazing. And then lastly, our last news topic of the day is. I forgot. It is. Here we go. It is the early Ichiro Oda works collected in the edition known as Wanted. So this is not too surprised because they just put out Monsters on the Shonen Jump app. But they are doing it's a set sail collection early work by creator of One Piece featuring Romance Dawn, the one shot that become One Piece. Wanted Ichiro Oda before One Piece releases in fall. They are still doing that. Here's the creator before they did the famous thing.
They need to stop doing that.
At least this one is got a title of Wanted versus
before Chainsaw Man.
Tatsumi Fujimoto before Chainsaw Man. So there you go. That's the news.
Where 7 Seas was smart for the imagine the Kamen Rider release. It was like before there was Power Rangers. They put the before Power Rangers the Kamen Rider set.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny. There was other Viz announcements. I only talked about the things I cared about, which I think is
like the ones you know. the ones you know. At least.
The ones I know, yeah, like the ones I'm like I'm gonna buy that, like the X-Men, because like X-Men. Oh yeah, the X-Men's gonna be multiple volumes. I just
is it gonna be like? I'm assuming it's gonna be like the Transformers ones they released.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Transformers ones. Because I look at the Barnes and Noble listing, it's like volume 1, 512 pages. Yeah, so it's gonna be a couple volumes. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's the news.
That's a lot of news.
Jeremy asks, "Are hot dogs a sandwich or a taco?" Yes.
Either.
Depends on who's making it.
I mean, same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's their own brand. I don't know.
Step ladder is it a ladder or a step ladder?
Depends on the person. Pirates Masquerade says Shin Super Sentai hopefully soon. It's called the High School Heroes. Like legitimately.
So what are the plans for the channel this week, Soundout?
Kyle says the contents are Wanted, God's Gift for the Future, Iki Yako Monsters, and Romance Dawn version 2. So that's the Eiichiro Oda collection. What are the plans for this week's videos? Wednesday will be a sponsored video, as in I was sent a product and I'm doing a video on it.
Is it Raycons?
No, it's nothing that would actually pay me good money, but it's something that I enjoy and appreciate and want to bring attention to. It's going to be a different kind of video. It's not going to be a normal thing.
It's going to be a bad comic.
It's going to be a card game. That's all I'll tell you at the moment. Because
Magic Spoon didn't sponsor you.
Not yet. But yeah, there will be it's going to be a card game video, which I haven't done in a while. So that'll be fun. And then Thursday is the 15th anniversary of this channel. So Friday is going to be the big 15th anniversary video, which will be a little bit different as well. So I hope you all check it out. I think it'll be fun. And we'll do some 15th anniversary talk next week, I think, on next week's stream. Assuming we don't have a ton of news again. There was just no room for it. Welcome, Conrad 64. We're wrapping up.
It wasn't for my busy schedule the last couple of days. I would have done something for the 15th anniversary. Damn it.
Don't worry about it. I was looking back at my past anniversary videos and realized I've only celebrated like half of them. But anyways,
but it's the 15th anniversary. I want to do something big.
Yeah,
but
it's a big deal, but it's also we're trucking along. I got a video idea. It'll be fun. Y'all will enjoy it. Everybody that shows up to a live stream is going to enjoy that video. So I hope you all have a great week with that. But before we leave, everybody, plug your stuff. Go for it.
Wheels, you go first.
You can go. You said you're up first.
Okay. Follow me at Darko643 on YouTube and Twitter. I do art commissions like the ones you see this very channel, like the Marvel Legends Rundown. Please go watch that video, please, guys.
Please. It's not at 1,000 views yet. Go watch it twice. Just run it in the background while you're working on stuff. Just keep it on mute. Just run it.
Yeah, you want something like the thumbnail I made for that video? Feel free to DM me on Twitter or on Discord on the Sound Discord protocol. Link in the description below.
Yeah, come join the Discord.
Jerry, what do you do tomorrow?
I stream King of Fighters 15 on twitch.tv/fightercouse with Soundout. 4 p.m. Eastern. That stream's been growing more and more lately, so I'm like.
Last week was crazy. We had a lot of people.
If you donate, Couse tells old war stories of his past.
Yes, it's true. There's different ways to get Couse to tell weird stories of his past. Good times.
Like how he Broly someone into the lockers.
Yeah, because I was. What was it sound out? You
were tired and you wanted to go to class.
Yep.
You want the full story? Come to Couse's stream on Tuesdays.
Jamie Carey say also, remember to stream people.
It helps out a whole lot. Will, do you want to plug anything?
Yeah, you got to go check out our awesome website, hero-club.com. Follow us across social media at Hero Club for Life. We have a Patreon. It really helps us out because it pays for the interviews. It really does. It costs money. People sometimes sign on for interviews and then charge us later.
Yep. And I think that's about it, right, guys?
Yep.
Cool. We'll see y'all next week, and I hope you all have a good one.